That was. We'll call it Coco. Yeah, I like Blank Check.
Blank Check was great.
Yeah, Richie Rich for some reason he felt snobby.
Blank Check was cool, but then that old lady fucking kissed that kid.
That's going to be the first question to the audience.
Remember that?
Talking Normies
I think the kid,
podcast.
the kid from Blank Check.
What up,
Hey.
everybody?
Yo.
We're live
What
on
up?
the
What up?
podcast.
Blank Check kid could not kick Richie Rich's ass
I do
simply
think
because of the reason that Richie Rich literally has bought and paid for like every single goo gob and gadget that could ever be.
Can we
Yeah,
pose
I
this
guess I
question to the
remember.
audience? We were just talking about Richie Rich, and I remember his base being
Does she so
inside of
fine?
Mount Rushmore. Am I wrong on that?
We'll double check right now,
or
guys.
was it like a Mount Richmore? Was it like a fake?
it
Also,
might have.
Oh yeah, a girl.
This is the
lady.
scene.
Oh my
Yep.
god,
but come
she
on,
did.
I'm sure that's
Yeah,
horrible. If I was the kid, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
like
if
it.
you were
Yeah,
the
of
adult, would you
course.
kiss the kid?
No.
Okay, then. So put yourself in the adult shoes because you're an adult.
Yeah.
But I was a kid back then when I watched that, and I was like, "Go kid."
Yeah, that was cool
Yeah,
because I was a kid too.
we never look at these situations from the kid's perspective.
As an
That's-
adult now, I'm
that's
like,
not
I
part-
what
haven't
the
seen that movie
entire-
as
That's
an
not
adult.
part
I
of the
know.
equation.
It's one of the parts of the movie that I remember because I was like, damn.
I
That was
forgot
kind of cool when I
happened
was
at all.
young, but as an adult, it's like even this adult actress, like they'd be like, "I read the script, and I think maybe I read this part wrong. Can you clarify?"
Yeah, I'm not
exactly
doing
what
that.
we
Kiss the kid.
like on the cheek because I mean, like, it's
Yeah,
still a little weird,
that's
but
okay.
you know.
A cheek is like it's.
Nothing wrong with cheek,
I mean, it's.
And they were
it
like,
would
"No,
still
on the
be
lips, motherfucker." She was like, "How much am I getting paid
Friendship.
for this?"
Right, like it better be a
Honestly,
Blank
did she
Check.
get blacklisted after that? Because has she been in any roles after that?
No,
that
this was back in the
that
90s
was
when it
back
was
in the
okay.
day when that was
Yeah.
fine.
This was just normal Hollywood behavior.
But yeah, was okay. Does chat remember? Was
I guarantee they don't.
Richie Rich's base was inside Mount Rushmore?
I have a question, and I know we're doing it for the.
Am I
podcast.
wrong? Nobody remembers.
Should we? I don't remember Richie Rich that well.
Me neither.
I don't remember Rich that well. I'm surprised
I
you
remember
Google
I
this.
watched it and I was like, "Who's this snobby piece of
Am I Google
shit?"
this? Richie Rich's base was inside Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I was like, man, you got so much money bitching about you ain't got no friend
and
friends.
he had
I was like,
a
come
little
on.
bee robot. Remember the bee robot?
Hold on,
No,
you
I don't
said
remember
How the
Richie
fuck
Rich,
do you
bro.
guys not remember?
Are you saying you need money and not friends, Pat?
How do you guys not remember this
I'm
movie?
just saying that he had so much money and he was bitching about he had no friends.
All right,
I'm-
that's not.
And I'm like, bro, you have a good life. I'm poor as fuck and I have no friends. All right, I'd rather be in your position.
Damn.
Yeah,
That is a
I
good
did.
point.
I
Did you
just-
did
I
you hear that?
was-
We're not friends, dude.
I was listening to a song. I forget what it's called, but I'll show you guys. But like, Buddy is just spitting bars and bars and
Richie
bars.
Rich?
And it's no, different song. But it goes hard, and at the end, he says, "If money can't buy you happiness, then I'd rather just cry in a mansion."
Oh yeah,
bitch."
it's mansion tears.
Yeah. I was like, fuck. I would also rather cry in a
You know,
mansion.
yeah, exactly.
Like-
I mean, you don't
I
have to.
do
You don't
think-
have to
I
worry
don't
about
disagree,
student
but I-
loans. You don't have to worry about mortgages.
I feel like I would feel really inadequate. I'd be like, damn, I've got all the stuff that I ever wanted, and I am still sad.
I'm also a great
But how about
person.
being
Like, I
sad
don't
and
feel
poor?
like
That's
I'd-
even worse.
Look,
I feel like
yeah,
I'd
but
make
you know what? I
friends easily
think
to enjoy
sadness
my
is
stuff
just
with
the
them.
constant. I think that's the common denominator.
I don't even think it's sadness a lot of time.
Darkest
I
thing
think
you've
it's
ever
just
said.
boredom and people get it confused. I'm like, you're just bored, bro. Go do something. And they're like, but I don't want to. It's like, well, fucking
Okay,
that's
guys,
on
I
you
can't
now.
find his
Okay.
base.
It's
There was no
called
base.
Mansion Tears by Kevin Flume.
Yeah.
Mansion
Just
Tears. All right, so here we are, guys. We're the Talking Normies podcast. For whatever reason, we start off talking about Richie Rich. And have you guys seen? I know you guys don't watch The Simpsons like that or remember a lot of The Simpsons, but there's a great bit where they think that, can I just play it for you?
Yeah.
I'll play it for
I
you.
used to watch this since a long time ago, and I stopped watching it.
I haven't turned it on in a while, but it's still going.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
All right, here you go. It's only 42 seconds long, but try to watch and listen if you can. It's fucking hilarious. And I'll put my microphone close so the audience can hear.
Mom, if we don't get to the convention soon, all the good comics will be gone. What do you care about good comics? All you ever buy is Casper the Wimpy Ghost. I think it's sad that you equate friendliness with wimpiness, and I hope it'll keep you from ever achieving true popularity. Well, you know what I think? I think Casper's the ghost of Richie Rich. Hey, they do look alike. Perhaps he realized how hollow the pursuit of money is and took his own life. Kids, could you lighten up a little? Now, radioactive man.
That is hilarious.
You guys lighten up a little.
Fucking Lisa.
That's a.
I'm Lisa.
Oh,
I'm Bart.
aren't we all just a little Lisa? No.
I don't play saxophone though really well.
Man, too bad.
I don't play any I play two instruments, sort of okay.
You know, it's
Pretty sure I
crazy
could
that
play
someone
guitar.
like
For 10
Homer was
seconds at a
able to
time.
create somebody like Lisa.
Why do you keep thinking that parents just create smaller versions of themselves.
That's what they do.
They don't.
I mean, yeah, you do. I mean, you have to break out of what you were taught, right? Like, otherwise, people do become their parents. I feel like.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys see yourselves growing up becoming your parents?
I see pieces of my parents.
I mean, I see pieces,
see
but
pieces of your parents. Yeah.
yeah. You should be like a whole new thing. It's like mixing the colors.
But you get the core values from them.
You see your parents starting a podcast?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Don't I mean, you get
see your
values.
parents starting a podcast?
Hell no. I mean, actually, I could see my dad starting some podcast.
No, but I mean, like,
Is your mom's birthday?
Yes, my mom's birthday.
Hey! Happy birthday to Pat's mom.
They remembered, huh?
What's your mom's name?
Nana.
Nana. Happy birthday, Nana.
How did Jersey Girl know?
That's a
Oh,
good
because
question.
I streamed yesterday, and we watched Coco, and I was like, man, I gotta go talk to my mom after this. Like, I gotta get
Nice.
So I guess the question is this here. Do your parents have values and things, core values that like you disagree with?
Yes.
Cool. So like you can diverge from them. Like Lisa, and also in your genes, it's not just your parents, it's all of the genes on some Avatar shit, right? Like all of even their genes that aren't very dominant or something like that. Like there'll be a couple that'll have neither one of them have red hair and they'll have a redhead kid and they're like, damn, who cheated? And it's like, no, it was just a recessive gene that you didn't know about. So like a person like Homer and Marge, who is kind of smart sometimes, can both make a person who's really smart like Lisa. Like Bill Gates didn't come from the world's most brilliant parents. I don't know.
But
what picked him. But you know what I mean.
The smart kids usually come from like let's for example, people that I know that are doctors and lawyers. They produce doctors and lawyers.
I think that's like a money thing more than it's a smart
that's
thing.
That's more just like being in that environment. I mean, there's so many cases of like village kids from India becoming doctors and shit. Like their parents weren't
right.
Like,
yeah.
Also, Jack Black, both of his parents, I think, are like astrophysicists,
rags
scientists.
to wouldn't be a thing.
And Jack
and
Black,
look how smart he is.
Jack Black, known for being smart.
Yeah, bro.
Not
I mean,
known for
he's
being smart, but he is smart.
Oh man, Tenacious D broke up or something.
Yeah,
What? Why?
Yeah,
Because we're
Tenacious D.
trying to,
Some
because of a
wild
thing we're not talking about.
Yeah, a thing we're not talking about today.
Oh.
We're just gonna be lighthearted. We're gonna be lighthearted today.
Lighthearted today.
Which is wild that's a thing.
I
was-
love Tenacious D.
It's already
But I'm not saying that he's not smart. I'm saying that both of his parents are like NASA level astronauts,
But
and
like,
he's like,
but he's
I do
able to
movies.
get their
And he's a musician.
he got their brain chemistry in his brain to make him do the things that he's doing now. Like
What?
he's got to be able to how talented he is. You got to be smart to be able to pick up instruments like that and just play and shit.
Wait,
like
what
that.
are we?
Your
Who are we
intelligence
talking about?
isn't
Who are we talking
Jack
about?
Black.
Jack Black.
isn't what's intelligence isn't exactly what's passed down. It's just the genetic code of like how you're gonna look and how your body's gonna
Yeah,
act.
and instruments is more.
Man,
about, like,
why do I got both my parents ADHD then?
I
That's
mean,
genetic.
Yeah, there's some genetic.
Some things are genetic, some things aren't. There's nature and there's nurture. There's both. But
And
like,
instruments requires more dexterity than intelligence.
Mickey, did your parents play instruments?
No, I don't think so.
So
Solid.
then you picked it up?
It's not a magical thing, man. It's an input
you just do
output.
it.
It's an input.
No, my parents played it,
did
and
you
I can't play.
did you learn to
You
type?
never
Just
tried to
try,
learn to
yeah,
play.
like,
Did you learn to
try
type?
do it.
Listen,
did you learn to type on a keyboard?
Yes.
Did you suck at it on day one?
Yeah.
Are you pretty good at it now?
Yeah.
How
Do your
many, how
parents
many, how
type
many,
on
how many
keyboards
years
well?
has it been since you've been typing on a keyboard?
What do you mean?
How many years has it been since you've been typing on a keyboard?
Like since high school.
Okay, so from then to now, you've gained considerable skill in that one task because you do it a lot.
Yeah, play an instrument.
There you go.
Bro, listen, my band teacher, I was trying to do band, and I was trying to be drums. He said, bro,
Fuck
you
that, man.
suck.
You
Yeah,
had a bad
teacher.
teacher.
Yeah, you have
had a
to
terrible teacher.
commit to it for 10 years.
Also,
dog.
solid
Like, you
bit.
have to-
Everyone wants to do drums. That is one that, like, if you don't have good coordination, you can learn it. You can, but like, there's like a ceiling.
Drums
Yeah, you gotta
feels
move
like
each
the
thing.
easiest thing to learn.
Yeah, it
but
does.
it's
It's the
not.
hardest.
It's
Yeah.
the
You
hardest.
essentially have to be an octopus. Each of your limbs needs to be able to do something independently different from the other one.
Because drums is like it's not the most prominent instrument in a song, but it's definitely the one that like sets
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
pace.
And everybody's like, I
it's-
can clap. You can do like
it's
if you
the
can do
one
your
that-
foot and your hand, you can do boom, clap, and they're like, okay, now with the other hand, you need to go.
Hey man, I need
And
to.
like with your other hand, you need to go.
Have you
And the next thing you know, you just.
seen the Groove Father yet,
Shit's hard. No,
dude? Ah man. Hey, Spencer.
he's not even down here.
Oh dang it. Okay. Well, dang it. Well, next I'll show you. This guy,
Okay.
he's the drummer that can like play different time signatures with all four limbs independently at the same
Yeah.
time. It's
That's like octopus brain. Like
it's
I don't know how you do
insane.
that.
It's insane. It's the most insane thing. Like
And to the other point, Pat, like you played sports, right?
Yeah.
What sports did you play?
Basketball,
And
football.
were you good?
No.
Were you kind of good?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're all right, right?
Yeah.
Did your parents both play basketball and football?
Actually, my mama, I think she lied. Because now looking back to her, but she says she played basketball while she was in school. But I'm like, man, in India, I don't think they got any like I believed her when I was young.
They do. They have basketball.
But during her times.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been around for a while.
In 1950s, 61.
How old is basketball?
Basketball that's old, but I'm sure like India didn't get it. Probably got in like in the 80s or 90s, not in the 60s.
Dude, it's not no. I don't think so, man.
The point is that just because your parents did shit doesn't mean that translates directly down to you. It's not like a 1-to-1 ever. Also, Bo's a doctor, isn't he?
Yeah, but he worked his ass off. I saw how he was studying.
All you got to do.
So, yeah, right.
Yeah,
so that's it. That's it.
It's not genetics. You should
That
work your ass off.
Yeah.
It's the process to success.
God, how do we get here? Oh, Richie Rich.
It's the fear of failure that keeps people from succeeding at anything.
So
because failure is required for success.
Yeah.
There's I think
Jake the dog.
there's a quote by what's the guy's name? Capote?
Truman Capote.
Truman Capote. I'm pretty sure this is his quote, but he's like it says failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor.
Ooh.
That's nice.
How the fuck do you remember this shit?
So,
It sticks with you.
Quotes stick with me, dude. Here's another good one.
Yeah.
Your second life begins when you realize you only have one.
Dun, dun, dun.
Start doing stuff.
Yeah.
Jake the dog
Change
from Adventure Time says, sucking at something is the first step to being kind of good at something.
There you go. Yeah. You have to fail. You have to be comfortable with failing.
Yeah.
When you said Jake the dog, I had no idea where we were going at first, but damn, I miss Adventure Time.
Right? Adventure Time, bro.
I think I started watching it, and then we always talked about reacting to it. There's been so many shows that I've started, and then we're like, might react to it someday.
Yeah.
And then
We have T-minus
10 years
7 days
later.
before I'm into X-Men 97.
An
I'm letting
entire-
you guys
Just
know.
trying to. I don't know how. Keep holding on.
Just hold on. You already hold on this long.
It's kind of
You know what?
embarrassing that you still haven't seen it yet.
You don't tell us about all the things that you do in your life. I don't know. You just,
It's true.
You know,
I
right?
just
Yeah,
fuck
right.
around
Who knows?
yeah.
You're right. Anyway,
We'll see.
I will say about Adventure Time, and to pitch it a little harder, is that I cry at the end of Adventure Time like every time.
Good show.
People are always like,
it's a great
"Oh, you
show.
never cry like when something sad's happening." I'm like, fuck that shit. Something big and fun and hopeful, I get all teary eyed.
Yeah.
like Pursuit of Happiness?
Huh?
Like Pursuit of Happiness?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good ending.
Oh, the movie Pursuit of Happiness?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie since I was like a child.
Oh, okay, I thought you said.
So like I didn't have like the
I thought you were
emotional
about to say
depth.
ever.
That was the one time Jaden Smith was good at acting.
He was just
He
being
was
Jaden
good
Smith.
at he was good at fucking Karate
Don't
Kid
you
too.
Dare mother.
Karate Kid's not that bad.
No, he was good at
Karate
Karate
Kid's
Kid.
not
What's
terrible.
the
Karate Kid's
one where?
After Earth.
What's the one
After
where?
Earth is exactly the one.
I didn't see that
Cypher
one.
Bro.
Rage.
After Earth was so
I
bad
didn't
that
see
there's
that.
nothing he could do to come back from this, bro. It was
Dude,
fucking
why did he
terrible.
agree to that? He's like, no, I'm not making a whole movie with you, Dad. What the fuck?
Dude, and then
Bond with me.
Yeah.
Like, let's go play catch. I'm not gonna be in a fucking movie.
He's like, no, I'm
Is that
sorry.
the one where the dog attacks him in like a desert area?
No, you're
No,
thinking
like they're in
of
space.
not Last of Us.
I Am Legend?
I Am Legend. there
I
it
Am
is.
Legend. Okay.
Oh man,
And the dog doesn't attack. You haven't even. That's like
Dude.
that's like my grandma describing a movie that she
Sam?
saw a poster of once.
Samantha.
Yeah. What happens to him
you guys
and
cry-
that dog, man? It's
Did you guys
fucking
cry when he said Samantha?
Nah.
Sexism. Why does it matter?
do you mean?
Why does it matter if the
Oh, the dog? No, because
Because that was the twist. You can't call her Sam, and then it's dying. It's like Samantha, and you're like, oh my god, it's a girl dog. That's sadder.
Wait, you thought it was a boy
I was
dog
just
the whole time?
sad that the
Well,
dog
they
was
don't say
dying.
Samantha until that moment. I
Just
think
Sam.
that was
Oh.
meant to be the
I
twist.
just never saw a dog.
Because you keep calling him Sam,
I don't have a
Sam,
twist,
Sam.
but okay.
I was like,
As far as the twist, they're in the writer's room and they're like, get me,
Okay,
give
if
me
you-
M. Night
I think
Shyamalan. We need a
if
twist.
you no.
The dog's name
If
is
you guys are
Samantha.
sitting here telling me, if you guys are sitting here telling me that was not a purposeful writing twist for that moment, you're wrong.
It can't
I
be.
didn't
I'm just
think
saying.
that in the moment when
You
you
guys
did it, I wasn't like, it's a girl dog. I was
But
just like, oh.
like that's supposed to be the tearjerker. Like
You know what the crazy twist for that moment was? The dog's neck.
Yeah. Damn. Too soon. Pat, man, you gotta watch that movie, but it's
For
too
real?
fucking scary.
You guys
so
ever watch
probably won't.
Hancock?
Yeah.
Yeah, love
Hancock was good.
Hancock was great.
alright.
Yeah,
it was good until about halfway through.
It's like two
I-
different movies pushed together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
It
if
was
they
good
would have
until
expanded
halfway
on it,
through.
like, because it's just all of a sudden you guys are these gods that have
Yeah.
been here and you have to stay away from each other. Blah 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 blah.
It
blah.
was like a cool take on a super movie, and then just a regular super movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
Just-
like Hancock to join Marvel.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
As what? The drunk?
Well,
Just
I mean,
the drunk dude walking around the X mansion, like
Wolverine can't fly, but it's essentially Wolverine's personality.
Yeah.
Like he's the drunk, chaotic you know.
I thought
Trying to
so.
be.
I'm pretty sure I read somewhere or like watched a video about how like Hancock was literally like 2 different scripts. Like they were like, it's this movie, that movie, and they're like, and then now they're 2 angels meant to be together forever, and
Just put it in.
just put it in there, and then we're gonna put your logo on the moon. Also, Jason Bateman's gonna get cucked, and it's like, what's happening, movie? We took a lot of turns.
It's a bold strategy.
Most good movies were a banger back in the day. Hitch was great too.
Hey,
I liked Hitch. Hitch was fun and funny for the time that it came out.
I just remember them doing all the different dances. And that's the only part of that movie.
You know what's a really good? You know what's a really good lesser known Will Smith movie?
What?
7 Pounds.
Ooh.
Is that the boxing
one's
movie?
wild.
Have you seen that?
No, I've not seen it.
Can I spoil the end of that one?
Have you seen it?
No.
Okay.
Guys, right.
Tell me
wait,
if this
hold on.
jogs any memory. Jellyfish.
Bathtub jellyfish.
Does that jog any memory? Dude, it's a good movie. He might.
I thought you were gonna say the Legend of Bagger Vance.
Also,
That's
a really
Will
good
Smith.
one.
That's a Will
I've never heard of
Smith
these
movie?
Will Smith
Oh,
movies.
no,
Will
I'm
Smith and Shia LaBeouf golf
No.
for a while.
I'm sorry. His peak was Wild Wild West.
Yeah,
Wild Wild West was great.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Wild West
We
was
can
great.
agree.
Yeah.
Is Wild Wild West one of the best movies ever?
Yeah.
No. Do I love it to death and I'll fight
The
somebody
Wild
over
Wild
it?
West.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wild Wild
Yes.
West
Yes.
was great.
Hey, did you have the Burger King sunglasses?
You already know I did.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The main dude from there was also the white guy in there. Ended up playing, I think it was Miguel in Road to El Dorado.
Yeah.
And it to me, I don't know why, but it made him the funniest dude. Like to go back and watch him Wild Wild West.
Wild
the
Wild
random
West.
inventor, like
Bro, I promise you that like everybody's like people have like deconstructions about why that movie's like quote unquote not a great movie. And I'm like, you
Are
can
you
say
serious?
Shut up.
because
It's
like
a
no,
fan-
it's like all
an
like
incredible movie.
so all right,
It's
so
the
the
peak of
director
cinema.
or the writer, he has this thing like he had wrote a Superman movie and he was like Superman can't fly and he needs to have to fight a giant spider at the end. And they're like, that's weird. We don't want to do that. And he went on to make this movie. And he's like, I'm gonna put a giant spider in the fucking movie, no matter what. Which was like cool, like that's fine. And it's just like it's got some weird like quirks to it, but like for the time, like I love that movie so
like
much. I still love that movie.
The steampunk aesthetic, like,
Right?
We've never seen anything like that.
It's kind of anachronistic. Will Smith is just doing Men in Black, but
Yeah.
in the West, it's like, why?
the
He's like,
same
I don't care. I don't care. Just give me that.
my favorite part is when they're about to hang him, and he's like, "Let's just break down that word redneck."
Right?
Red. Bro, go
And
ahead.
then neck.
You're right, neck.
Marquette has never seen that movie,
Oh,
and I'm waiting.
man.
She hasn't seen that or Monsters Inc. And I'm waiting to spring.
I haven't
back.
seen Monsters Inc.
movie club,
Monsters
movie
Inc. is
club,
gold.
movie club. Wow.
Yeah.
So, God. Also, and then just for whatever reason, because it came out when I was at a peak age, and the top of Old Girl's Booty for like 10 seconds like lives on in my memory
Oh yeah,
forever.
Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek, just the top part, just Selma Hayek's ass crack, and I was like,
Yep.
yep, I don't know what that means for me, but
That was peak.
means something.
That's when she was in a whole lot of movies. That was her like, you know,
Dawn of the Dead.
or what's the one
Ooh,
where what's the
Vanilla
one
Sky.
what's the one where Quentin Tarantino wrote
No,
himself drinking out
Dawn
of
of the
a
Dead.
foot?
It's a Robert Rodriguez movie. Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino's one of the bad guys in it.
He like
and
deep
he
throats
like
her big toe.
and then she pours tequila down her leg, and he's like, "Ugh," and you know, he fucking rubs one out
Yeah.
immediately
Oh, for
afterward.
sure.
Yeah,
Because Quentin Tarantino has a foot fetish. Like this
There
is
was
well known.
no story purpose for that scene. There was no. That didn't move.
He exploded.
It didn't move the
Dust
plot
to Dawn's a good
forward.
one. He was like, "I just want to do it."
Oh my bad. Did I say Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah,
I meant from Dust to Dawn. My
I was
bad.
like,
Dust to
Dawn
Dawn.
of the Dead.
Dust to Dawn is a great B movie. There's a I'm not. We're gonna end up watching
There's like a
it.
trilogy in.
It might
Isn't
be,
there?
but we're gonna end up watching it one
Once
day.
Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yeah, and then
No. Those are all the mariachi movies. That's the trilogy. It's mariachi. That first one was in Spanish.
Desperado.
Desperado's the second
Yeah.
one, and then Once Upon a Time in Mexico is the third one.
Johnny Depp and all that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Are you a Mexican or a Mexican?
Oh, dude, we should have a dude. I love westerns. Can we do a western month?
That'd
be fun.
And my two choices would be Appaloosa and 310 to Yuma.
Probably do 310 Yumas.
Never saw 310 to Yuma.
Heard it's real
Dude, have
good.
you seen Appaloosa?
Mm-mm.
Dude, oh my god.
I'd probably do. Hold on. Which one are you picking? Do you know?
No, I was gonna randomly say Cowboys versus Aliens just for fun, but I never saw them.
I mean,
Then
yeah,
I would
that
pick.
counts.
What's the Harder They Fall? It's like an all black western. It's got like Idris Elba and them in it. And
yeah,
shit.
I know what you're talking
Lakeith
about.
Stanfield.
The Harder They Fall.
That one goes hella hard. But if it wasn't that one, it'd be True Grit, because the new True Grit. Oh no,
True Grit is
we
pretty
do the
good.
good and the bad and the ugly.
Hateful Eight.
The
is
Good, the
pretty
Bad, and
good
the
too.
Ugly is
Hateful
like-
Eight is
I need
long
to
too.
look up like.
I've
Western
actually never
movies, I
seen
think.
that one, but I've seen obscure shit like Pale Rider.
Look,
Where-
the good and the bad and the
where-
ugly. is one of those movies you watch and you see all the tropes. You're like, this is where everyone got all the tropes from.
I'd love
Pale Rider was a weird one, man, because at the end of the movie, Clint Eastwood, there's like a 15-year-old they've been part of the family they've been following, and they're like, "You want to get married?" And it's like, well, I mean,
nah.
I suppose it's
Does
historically.
Hidalgo count, or is that
Historical-
just a
Hidalgo?
I think that's just a horse. It's like
Yeah, it's
Balto,
just a
but with a
horse.
horse. Ooh,
Rango.
Rango. Yeah.
Isn't that a cartoon?
I mean, it's
Yeah,
a
it's a
Western.
Western.
But it is a
It's a
Western. He's a quick shot, that Rango.
I mean,
sort of.
Mando?
Is West? Wild
Mando's
Wild
a
West a
Western.
Western? Kinda.
Yeah, I mean,
I actually think Wild Wild West does not count as a Western.
What?
Why?
what would you say?
Western.
Sci-fi?
It's like sci-fi.
It's literally in the West.
Yeah, it's in the West.
Then Cowboys
but
and
then he's
Aliens.
riding a
Cowboys,
horse.
Cowboys versus
Cowboys and
Aliens is out
wouldn't count
then.
either.
So, I feel like there's actual cowboys in it. All right, I don't know.
There's cowboys in Wild Wild West.
He's a
Will Smith's
literal
like-
cowboy.
He's
dude.
an actual
He's like
cowboy.
barely a cowboy in it. He's just on a cool horse.
Call him a cowboy.
I want that one to count, but I don't know. I feel like it's the sci-fi. It's too sci-fi, right?
It is. It is.
I don't know. Like a western's got to be like a fucking.
So how's the
Western.
animation not sci-fi?
What sci-fi animation's the medium. Sci-fi is like the genre. If you can do like a Five Goes West, is damn near a western, even though it's animated,
Damn. Yeah. Good shout. I haven't seen that in a while.
right? Used to be my fucking jam. Anyway,
Right.
we can do a westerns month. That'd be fun. There's a lot of good westerns out there.
Yeah.
But like, oh man, I don't know. Maybe if someone picks one new one, we'll have to pick some older ones too. And mix some shit in there. Anyway, sorry, we got off on a western tip because of
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Wild Wild West. That's why it's a Western.
We've been off track the entire time so far.
All right, so here's the thing. I just wanted to tell you guys, we got a couple of little shows we need to shout out. We just finished Kaiju number 8.
Nice.
Pretty fun anime.
Was it good?
It was really good, I thought.
Is it funny or scary? I'd imagine they were just fighting giant kaijus.
It's a little. It's not really scary.
No,
it's pretty fun though. It's got some Attack on Titan vibes. It's got a lot of other vibes, but the animation's good, the story's good, and the main protagonist is in his 30s, which drastically changes. Like,
Damn.
he's like, I can only do so many push-ups. Like, I really don't know what y'all want from me.
How many kaijus are there out
Well,
of 8?
there in the show, I'm gonna say we see probably 15 different kaijus.
Oh, so but I mean, like, are there
Number
like?
eight's got to be that.
Oh,
dude.
no, there's like
Do
baby
they reveal
kaijus.
the Pokemon number?
Yeah, no, there's like baby kaijus that don't count, and then like when you get a number, that means that like you're a fucking threat.
So the eight's the best.
So they got tagged.
You guys want me to tell you?
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
I won't remember
Our
by the
main
time I
hero,
get to it.
Kafka, in the first episode, he becomes Kaiju number 8.
Oh, okay.
Okay, which is like this big bad, and everyone's like, "Oh my god! Like, how did a human turn into a kaiju?" And they're trying to figure it out. And he's trying to join the defense force, which like hunts kaijus. And then eventually we get some bigger numbers and some bigger big bats, and we're like, "Oh, what's gonna happen? How's it gonna happen?" And it's a fun anime because he can like transform,
Nice.
but he really tries not to.
Okay.
So that's fun. So Kaiju number 8, this is just a shout out to it. Really good. We finished it. Go watch it. The Boys, we just finished as well.
Man, I'm ready for season 5.
Was it good?
It was
Yeah.
probably the last episode I think was my favorite episode of The Boys.
Yeah, and
Probably
this is
was
like-
one of the
of
best.
the series?
Yeah, it was really good.
Might have been a really good, like, this might be their best season, even though it depends on, I guess, what you're looking for, but, like, they wrapped up a lot of questions were answered, and now I've got a whole new set of questions that I'm actually happy to have, kind of a deal.
They did a thing where two things I did not foresee happening in the episode, but I'm not able to predict it or kind of know an idea where it's going. That's
Yeah.
when I think it's really good because usually you can predict TV by nowadays.
Same.
Yeah.
And like I'm surprised what they did.
Yeah. And here's my question for you guys. Mickey, you can have this completely out of context. We'll try not to spoil them on it.
You can spoil me.
If you could be a shapeshifter, like what would you do with this power?
Are we saying shapeshifter from that episode?
Yeah,
or
from
one
that episode or just shapeshifter
or
in
like
general?
Beast Boy?
What's Beast
No,
Boy?
all right. Shapeshifter from that episode. It's got to be the
Can I
chameleon.
shapeshift into anything or just other organic things?
Apparently only other men.
No, only
Man,
only
only
other
other
people.
men?
Other people.
Other people. She only ever changed into women though.
No. So she said that when she first did it, she was in preschool and she became her teacher. So a baby.
Yeah, but her
Became
teacher was
her
still a
teacher.
woman. It
Yeah,
was
but
Mrs.
she-
somebody. So I just assumed the genitals have to be the
We
same
were
for whatever
thinking it
reason.
was a man because
Because they showed Sage talking to that dude, but they never showed that dude untransform or transform
no,
back.
I was thinking about the other smaller things like the tampon in the toilet. Maybe this person not knowing, kind of a thing. Like maybe you're actually a woman, or maybe you're actually a man. But they also said I don't even remember what I look like anymore.
So yeah, if you're a shapeshifter and you shapeshift into, like for example, her.
So let's say, all right, you can turn into any other human that you touch. You have to touch this human, and then you can shapeshift into a man or woman.
Oh shit. Okay.
What are you doing with this
and
power?
you get their memories.
And you get their memories.
Bro, you already know what I'm doing. I'm climbing my way up to be the goddamn president.
Okay,
That'll be weird.
Pretty easy.
I don't want to be that guy. He's got a weird dick.
No,
Probably.
I mean, no, because
You also have to keep them alive and touch them all the time to retain the memories.
no, but I'm going to change the world that way. I'm going to touch every single world leader.
But you have to still take them out. They still exist. There'd just be 2 of them.
What do you mean I got to take them out?
Like you have to keep them. Like so, if you became I don't know the president of fucking France, there's 2 presidents of France. You got to lock the other one up, and then also who's the president of America while you're the president of France?
Oh, you can't be in 2 places at once.
Yeah, you can only yeah.
All right, let me take this back.
There you go. There you go.
All right, I will work myself up to be in the WNBA. I mean, not WNBA, the NBA.
Okay.
Could see that.
I'll be like LeBron James. I'll lock LeBron James up and I'll take care of his family and everything.
So in this scenario, you have LeBron James in the closet and you touch him once a day to retain the LeBron James powers.
Oh man, I'd be Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
He's got a farm, so it'd be easy for me to hide him. Like I'm living life on my horse, wearing whatever the fuck I want, just looking gorgeous with my hair.
Okay.
After much pondering, I've got it.
Yeah.
I would find an up and coming magician
Mm-hmm.
and work out some kind of a prestige deal. With
Nice prestige deal.
And then we'd have a Vegas residency, and we'd fucking bank it, baby.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is one of my favorite movies as well.
Prestige is super good.
If we do magic or just
Or
You could do
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan offbeats.
Yeah,
I'm down
Christopher
with that. Or just
Nolan,
unpredictable
lesser
endings.
knowns. Following, Memento, even though we probably already seen Memento, but I bet you guys... Following was his first movie.
I haven't seen Following, Memento, Prestige,
No,
and
yeah,
then
He's
it's
like all magician movies.
no, and then
These are
Nolan.
Nolan.
what's the well we did Dunkirk,
Superman.
We do another Nolan. I don't know.
I'm sure
he's got
made-
more.
Yeah, he's
But
Did he do what was the one that was just like Prestige, except it was
no, you're thinking of The Illusionist, and he didn't do that.
Yeah, with Ed Norton.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
dead on with that.
Those 2 movies came out at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was
It was
like
like,
Ants
what
and
the
a Bug's Life
what
came
the
out in
hell
the
is
same
going
year
on?
too,
Yeah.
What's going on here?
and Deep Impact and
DBC.
Armageddon?
Armageddon. They came out in the same year.
Yeah.
Actually, I take mine back.
Yeah.
Because LeBron James is old and he's not as good as he used
Tenet.
to be.
There it is.
I would actually be Luka Doncic.
Okay.
He's an up and coming.
Luka.
Luca. All right, bet. You steal that Slavic man's name and likeness. I think. Okay, Mickey.
Oh, one more.
Yeah.
I would find Taylor Swift.
Okay.
She's a hustler.
Uh-huh.
Okay, she's putting on shows left and right, and she's a billionaire off of it, right?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, let's partner up. Again, a monetary deal, right? She can rest, and we can do double the amount of shows and make double the amount of billions.
That's true.
Can I take mine back?
Damn. Yes.
I'll be Jay-Z.
Sure, because Jay-Z's
name
doing
is
what
Hal.
right now?
He's got money. He got a basketball team. And he's fucking Beyonce.
Imagine if the
Okay.
voice doesn't change.
Fair
though.
Hey.
How?
Hey.
It's the rock in here.
Okay. I was gonna say, and I think I maybe need to rethink mine, but I was gonna say is I would find somebody I don't like and like plan a bank robbery with their likeness.
Yeah.
Keep the money and let them go to jail for
Oh,
it.
you want to ruin her life?
Yeah, you-
It's got to be somebody. Okay,
I don't wanna
you guys
do
are
better.
You got Lenny Kravitz in the closet. This guy's got Jay-Z locked under the
Because
floorboards.
I have to.
I'm making consensual deals.
Yeah. Oh, porn.
Could do porn.
I would. Yeah, I'd be like, hey, porn stars, you guys probably you need a break. You want to swap out for a while? Let me tag in for you.
I'm not switching with you just to get fucked. I do think.
Well, no, I'm not getting fucked. Well, I'm a little bit of both.
I mean, you
I'm
know,
trying
I don't know why immediately I was like, I'm also Akira.
I also went there, and I was like, wait a minute.
I'm trying to make money in this situation. I don't know. Look, I thought the bank robbery thing was a good idea.
That's a good movie right there, honestly.
Listen,
Yeah.
But so the way
wasn't me.
the shapeshifter shapeshifts is what to turn into you. They have to peel their skin off, so blood and shit's going everywhere, and it's fucking gross. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so dark thought.
Yeah.
Does the person that you're impersonating and touching, do they have to be alive?
Because I would have been like Kobe.
Could I- Could I-
Because you're taking their memories. I imagine that someone has to be alive to have memories.
Could I
yeah.
preserve a brain in a jar? Could I exhume a recently buried body?
I think so.
You know,
you can
like-
I
try.
think you can catch a freshly
I'm just
dead
saying,
person.
like, you know, because like the hard thing to do is keep the person hidden that you're touching.
Oh.
But also, you need them to regenerate yourself every once in a while. So, like,
So they
I
have to
can't
stay
just
around.
be you the whole time. Like, my skin will start peeling off. I have to
Like
touch
every
you.
12 hours.
Yeah, I got to touch you to regenerate.
Damn, you know what? Then I'd catfish somebody and be like, I'm your long lost twin. I'd find a way to touch them and impersonate them without them knowing, and then I'd come back later and be like, I'm your long lost twin.
Yeah, I don't know how to make money from it without doing crime.
No, we're not making money. I'm just fucking with this person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Someone to bug.
This one's just for the lulls.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do crime is my thing. I'm just trying to get to the.
See, I think I just want to live somewhere peacefully. Is where I was at. Like, gonna be Lenny Kravitz.
All right, fuck it. I got it. Perfect. I'm gonna find the perfect town in America that I could live in. All right. With some good diversity. I'm not just looking to be the only black person in all of the Whitestown.
That's a real place.
It's a real place
That's
here.
a real place.
You think Indiana has a place called Brownsburg? You think a lot of Browns live there? Not so much. There's also Whiting.
What in Indiana?
Yeah, it's up north by Gary.
It's just permanently gentrifying.
But I would find the mayor and I would just be like, look, here's the plan, bro. Like, we're gonna I would do Mickey. I'd do like a team up with someone who wants to make more money, but like we would like not rule the town, but like somewhere where I can live really well without having a lot of responsibilities and just be like, I go to the swimming hole. We'd like switch off and be like, hey, you want to work 1 week on, 1 week off?
That'd be the most sense.
Right? And just be like, yeah, I want to do that forever. And I'd be like, I won't bang your wife, I promise, unless you're into that. And like for 1 week you get to be you, and then for 1 week you I'll be you, and while I'm not you, I'm me. And that way because the shapeshifter, she doesn't remember what she looks like, and she's a bit of a sociopath.
And that's the thing, she shapeshifted as a baby, damn near, into an adult immediately.
Oh God, well, fuck. I guess if you're getting all of someone's memories, you would know exactly how they feel and think about you. How can we trust
this shapeshifter can very well technically be 9 years old, but has had all the memories of a 45-year-old preschool teacher.
It's a curse, I think. I think it's a curse.
Like,
Never. This might be a curse.
I thought of an extremely unethical application of this power.
Yeah?
I would start a very expensive and lucrative service. I would help people cheat.
Ooh. Who do you want to fuck?
It was that website.
I would.
Ashley
People
Madison.
come to me and be like, "Okay, I'll impersonate you. I'll stay with your significant other. You go do your thing."
That is so smart. You would make so much money.
They're none the wiser. Yeah, and I'd charge.
Oh
a
my
fucking,
God.
I would charge
$7,000
I would
an
charge a lot of money. To
Bro, that's genius. Can we
is.
get these powers actually happening?
Hold on. You just be like alibi man.
do it. Yeah. Alibi
Right.
man.
Alibi man. All right, so look, here's the only tweak that we need to make is that I think it's cool that you get the person's memories, but I think it fucks you up. Like, you can only do that to 7 people before your head's just fucking gibberish.
Old dude was definitely a sociopath.
So maybe you don't get their memories. They're just like, look, I'm just gonna you have to they give you like a booklet. So you gotta do a little bit of work. You gotta do like a little bit of homework, and then I'm like, I need you to be me for like 6 hours. You're like, bet. Pick a really chill 6 hours.
I might take the memories, man.
Yeah, I'll take the memories.
Way easy.
So like I don't know. You're gonna lose yourself. You won't remember who you are.
Man, you're already losing yourself.
Okay, when you touch the next person, do those memories go away? Like, is there a reset, or are you just constantly
I'm
piling
not
on
sure, but I'm
memories?
also just now realizing that person you can never turn back into yourself.
What?
Oh,
'Cause
well,
you
no. If you
can't-
wait long enough, when she starts decaying, right?
Right.
I think
What does she turn into
because-
then?
Well, I don't know, because it just decays. I don't know if that person turns back.
So
to
do you
themselves
die
or
then?
not. I got questions. I got a lot of questions about it.
Yeah.
Because I think this person has to keep shapeshifting. Like,
Oh my God.
You
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's
don't-
more of a curse than I think it's a power.
hell yeah. Because you don't know what you look like as an adult.
So
You did it as a preschooler. What
in the
fuck?
show, she's an assassin, obviously, because she can look like anybody. So it's like, yeah, what do you do with that power? And it's like, assassinate for money. Navi was like, I just don't understand why she's doing this. We were like, money. She's probably getting paid several millions.
Yeah, a lot.
I
Kind of
own a
all the
house,
time.
and I just tell them that my friends come every week, and it's just a different version of me. All right, so yeah, that was the boys. The boys. You guys saw Monkey Man.
Yeah.
How was it?
Wait,
That was really good.
Monkey Man.
Did you watch Monkey Man?
No spoilies, but tell me more about it.
Go ahead and talk about
Death Patel. No, I wanted them to tell us about it. Like,
So,
I want to hear about
It
it.
was a really good movie. I would say it was more on the Hollywood aspect than Bollywood. I know it's a mixture, a fusion, more of a fusion, but I would say it's more on the Hollywood side than the Bollywood side. But a lot of it was taking place in India, but I feel like it was Hollywood came to India and did a movie there, kind of.
Okay. Like Extraction.
Yeah. It was the action scenes remind me of like John Wick.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was like two, like, you know how we talked about Hancock being 2 movies into one? I
Yeah.
felt like this was like the same way too. It was like,
Also, it was like one kind of movie, and then it just switched up.
yeah, because like originally it was started off being like, you know, we're trying to get revenge and like, oh, he mad. No, it was more like he was trying to get revenge, and like something happened to his mom, and that situation, and then all of a sudden we're like fighting the political corruption in there. So like that's why I thought it was like two different movies in one. But I thought it was really fucking good, and also like the fact that he was a director, writer, and the actor, top notch, because his acting was dope.
Yeah,
the fight sequence was so cool. It was a really good movie. And then also I learned a little bit about, I don't know, I can't remember what these people are, but like in India they're like these
group, like the transgender.
Not they were cool, but the guy they were fighting, like the guy who was like supposed to be homeless.
Yeah, he's a real guy though, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to be homeless, but like he's a corrupted home. Like I don't know if a homeless. I'm probably saying that wrong, but like he's for the people, but really not for the people. But he's not a politician. And it's weird as fuck.
Oh yeah, because he was like he was like a religious figure.
Yeah, a religious figure.
Okay. Like the Sept.
Yeah. Kind of like the Sept,
the High Sparrow.
Yeah,
you know
there you go.
Yeah, I would say like more like that. Okay. Even though he's supposed to be very religious and be for the people, he was not like that at all.
Yeah, of course it's the plot twist here and there kind of thing, but
there's some fuckery afoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and same like Pat said, like the choreography for all the fighting and shit.
And Dev Patel's doing his own stunts. Yeah. Right? Bro, I've always
going hard, dude.
I like Dev Patel because I saw Slumdog Millionaire. I kind of liked him as Zuko. I didn't think he did a super bad job in the movie with what he was given, at least.
What's the A24 film he was in?
Green Knight.
What?
Green Knight, bro. So me and Marquette were on this like A24 trip, right? And they were playing it at the living room. And when we stayed close to it, I was like, let's go watch the Green Knight. We went to go watch that movie, and I was just like, what the fuck are we watching? And I left and had to like Google it. It's based off of a King Arthur like poem.
Damn.
And I was like, okay, and like, so we had to look at like all of like the references and shit that were being made, because some people are like, oh my god, and I was like, it feels like they're speaking a different language. Like I don't know what the fuck is happening. Like at some point in time in the middle of that movie, someone jizzes hard, and everybody's like, oh, and we're all like,
what?
Did that guy just come in his hands? Why is that good or bad? What's happening? And it's so
people were responding to it like, I can't believe they did it.
Yeah. Me and Marquette are like,
I can't believe they put it in the movie.
You're just like, what is in the movie?
So Green Knight's really good. You should watch it. Just be ready that it's a bit of poetry. It's a bit jazz, all right? Like you're gonna watch it, and stuff's gonna happen. And if you don't know about the poem leading into it, then you're just gonna be like, I feel like things are just happening. But you can kind of glean what it's about, and it's about like the trial, like the dude Dev Patel, his character, he's in King Arthur's court, which I didn't know it was King Arthur until they were like, I was like, oh, they're at a round table, and I think that guy's supposed to be King Arthur, like, and everybody like, but motherfuckers went in knowing that. So like, he, all of the knights in the court have like stories and shit, and like Lancelot's there or whatever, but he hasn't done anything cool. And then one day, this Green Knight shows up, and he's like, hey, it's me, the Green Knight. I'm a crazy looking tree creature with this crazy axe, and he's like, so I'm gonna do this thing, and one of you guys gets to hit me, and however hard you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back just like that in a year. And because the dude Gawain, who has never done like a knight's trial and he needs to prove himself, Arthur's his uncle. He's like, I'll do it. And he gets up and cuts this nigga's head off. And then the Green Knight puts his head back on. He's like, see you in a year.
All right.
Wait.
And that's like the first like major scene in the movie. And then the rest of the movie goes on. And it's like, so it's a fun movie. But like me and Marquette wasn't ready. We saw that and we were like,
is it just knowing that the Green Knight's coming back to cut this dude's head off in a year?
You gotta find out.
Bro, you should have took a toe, my boy.
Bro, he could have just slapped him in the face. He was like, just let it be known, whatever you do to me, I'm gonna do it to you in a year. And he was like, cool, but I think it's because he was like an unproven knight and he hasn't like done any trials or tribulations. In his head, he was like, this dude's lying. I'm gonna cut his head off. It's gonna be baller. Everybody's gonna be talking about this story. Damn, you remember that time that crazy dude covered in moss showed up and you cut his head off? And instead, homie's like,
oh my God.
See you in a year, boy.
You should have tickled his ass.
It's good. It's good. I'm telling you, just get I don't know. Maybe we'll put that on. We could do a whole A24 month, whatever. Yeah. But
I would love that, actually. I love A24.
Yeah.
So, goddamn, how did we get here?
You know, I kind of love, but I like it better when the podcast just kind of has a natural rhythm.
You were mentioning something about, you were listing off Dave Patel movies. And then
because Monkey Man. Yeah. Dev Patel, I think he's cool. I like him, and I like seeing him and stuff. So I kind of want to watch Monkey Man. I don't know. I kind of wonder where his career is going. Homie's like wilding.
You should watch Monkey Man. There's also we did I think you saw the trailer for it, Kill. Mm-hmm. You should watch that too. I watched. Here's this. Kill is nothing like Monkey Man.
Have you seen it already?
Yeah, because we got a free.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Kill is nothing like Monkey Man because Monkey Man actually had like a nice like overarching story. It's not just like a sexy fight scene, but Kill was just a sexy fight scene.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it.
I saw like a little bit of the trailer for Kill, and it felt like the movie Unleashed, just all of the Unleashed parts.
Yeah,
Unleashed is so good.
Unleashed is so good.
It's a lot of fun.
Was there any in Monkey Man? Was there any metaphors or imagery
about the monkey
to Hanuman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty much taking the
as Hanuman.
Yeah. There's a lot.
That's why I liked it a lot.
Monkey Man.
They tied it a lot together to like the religion aspect of it. That's why it was really good. If I have to pick, Monkey Man was a great movie with great action scenes, but after watching Kill, Kill had way more cooler action sequences. Like it was. Just,
it sounds like there's no story. Homie's just like, I'm trying to get to the back of the train.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes
it's just eye candy.
It's like Snowpiercer, but all piercer, no snow.
Yeah,
some of the most iconic moments from Bollywood movies come from like shit ass movies.
Yeah.
Like the one guy that like drifts a horse underneath a semi.
What? A horse? Like a riding horse?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I didn't get to watch Snowpiercer with you guys. I'll pull up the horse drifting.
That is so cool.
I know it's not a real.
Like a horse was like doing like that.
No,
don't even explain it to him. We're just gonna.
It's just a hard cut to like a paper mache horse, like sliding under a semi. Fast and
my
Furious
God!
Wait, what movie is this?
I don't know. But
it doesn't.
All right, hold on.
matter.
Here we go. I need the non 5 minute long version is what I need.
It might be the
all right, here we
Baby
go.
Lava movie.
Okay, he didn't drift. He just...
Bro, do that bitch in reverse later now. Said skirt.
Oh my God!
How did they get the horse to do it?
For the folks at home, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm excited to see it.
That was amazing.
I just need a little more. I want a little more story. But anyway, speaking of story, here we are. Here we are.
Coco? Are we talking about Coco?
I think we are. Spidey, will you hold this for me?
Talking about Coco?
Oh yeah. Paco. What was the song called?
You learned it?
What was it? Pocatito.
I wish I knew the lyrics.
I can't sing and play.
I should learn the words.
Hey, what was that called? It was just start with a G.
Grita? Maybe
Grito.
I would need to look it up, but the yell,
Yell.
which I fuck with, because
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's coaches got one of them. I don't know, show up and make a bunch of noise for no reason.
Ours
Sound.
is- I can't do it right now, but yeah.
Coco. So how did you guys feel about Coco?
It was a really good movie.
I loved it. This top 5 Pixar movie of all time.
When we were watching, I was like, "This is gonna be Pat's movie."
Look,
I already knew it was.
It's top 5 Pixar movie.
So
about 23 minutes in, I figured the entire movie out.
Yeah?
though.
You figured the twist out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what was the twist? What do you think was the
Yeah,
twist?
The Dela Cruz was the bad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was-
You guys
one
figured
was
that shit
easy.
out?
Yeah.
The movie didn't.
Bullshit.
The first time I watched it too.
it's the Pixar formula, man. I mean,
Yeah,
they've
I
made,
didn't see that coming.
they've made enough now that you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when the guy was like, he's being forgotten, I'm like, okay, so that guy's gonna die.
Yeah.
And then probably be safe because that would be too sad to let him die all the way.
yeah.
I figured that he was also the
But
great grandfather.
Despite the predictability, it was good.
It was good. Yeah.
You guys
It was
figured
fun.
Dela Cruz out?
I figured the Dela
Yeah.
Cruz part out, but not that Hector was going to be his great great grandpa.
Yeah, that was
That part
nuts.
legit.
That part I wasn't ready
that
for that
part I
one.
didn't
When
see.
Hector
was
was
nuts.
like, "Oh yeah, we're best friends," I was like, "Oh, he probably stole his fucking music." Like,
Yeah.
You figured that shit out?
yeah,
yo?
literally less than 30 minutes into the movie, I knew the entire movie. Like,
But it was still a feel good movie.
It is.
Ever since I learned, okay, so in middle school, we were all supposed to take Spanish or
yeah,
French.
dude, it was about to-
I picked Spanish. So eventually we learned about the Dia de los Muertos, and ever since I've learned about it, I'm like, wow, I've been so fascinated by that holiday.
Yeah.
And just their relationship to death.
I'm glad you called it that in that Mexican Halloween.
Yeah. Whereas most people around the world like fear death, like they actually have a relationship with it. And is it... I don't know if this is a common thing everywhere Dia de los Muertos is celebrated, but is that the same holiday where, like, some parts of the world they exhume the dead and they, like, dress them up and they, like, clean them up?
What?
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but I know what you're talking about. I've heard of that, but I don't know if it's
I'm not sure.
That would be scary.
I'm not sure if it's this. I mean, it would make sense as Dia de los Muertos, but I could be wrong. But there is, I've seen this where, like, some holiday somewhere, like, they exhume their dead and they put them in, like, new clothes, and they brush their hair to make them look nice, and then they put them. They take pictures with them, then they put them back down into the ground. So they're like, they still have a relationship with their dead like that.
You guys know I don't like scary shit at all. So like, that would freak the fuck out of me.
Well, yeah, but I mean, of course, because it's like that's not what we do here. But that's what I'm saying. Like they have a totally different relationship to death, and it's just like it's a very colorful holiday. Sugar skulls are really dope. I really like the sugar skull aesthetic. And the songs were really good. I really love watching animation movies because I more just like analyze the technicals of what I'm watching. Because I went to school for 3D animation, and I quickly learned, I was like, yeah, it's just not for me.
It's a lot of button clicking and a lot less art.
I was
sitting
sitting next to people that had already accumulated like Pixar level talent, and I'm like over here like trying to draw a straight line, like not gonna make it, man. But we still learned film principles. So I essentially went to film school because and so I love to analyze like the textures and the lighting and the 3D models and the Foley work, and it was really it's a well put together movie.
And to be clear, I'm not saying that 3D modeling isn't work or art. I'm saying that like when I first started out, it was mostly like me making the same square over and over again, and it just felt like button crunching.
Very tedious.
It's like when you start drawing, there's like I might be able to draw a hand pretty quickly if I try really hard, but when you start with 3D, it's like model a hand, you stupid bitch, I dare you. It's like, no, I can do a box. I got this box. I can make a smaller box in it.
I don't know if ZBrush is still around, but
ZBrush is tight.
That program changed the game because it's more sculpting.
Yeah.
Instead of like it
feels a little more intuitive.
It changed the game. Yeah.
So everybody go around, give me your overarching feel about how you felt about the movie, and then we'll talk specifics.
I'll just. I mean, I already said it, but I had already seen the last few minutes of this movie because my niece and nephew were watching it one day. That's why I was like, "You're gonna cry, dude," and I was thinking about the right movie. But I thought I was thinking about Encanto, but it was this movie. I liked it. It's a good lesson. Also, the dad in the family, he looks like the same model they use for the dad in Inside Out. Like he looks like
he kind of does.
Yeah. He looks like the same
slightly
dad.
Mexican version of Dad from Inside Out. You're like brown him up a bit.
Brown him up a bit.
They have no fear in doing that.
They saved some budget. Oh, I like that this whole movie was like Spanish culture, Spanish related. It's like something we don't see, and it was cool. I liked it a lot. It was a good movie.
I enjoyed it a lot. To be honest, like when I first watched like the first 10 minutes, I was like, I don't know about this movie. But then him going to the land of the dead, it was like just seeing how colorful it was, and like it just looked so fucking cool. And then the story progressed, like how the family was Aunt Emilda something, I forgot her name.
His great grandma.
Great grandma, yeah. It was Hector's wife, and just how the story progressed. Like I didn't even see that coming. Like y'all saw that coming. Derek Cruz's storyline with Hector's storyline, didn't see that coming. And it was just a good fucking message. Like, hey, family's always gonna be number one. So you just gotta. And then also like
I thought the other part of the message.
And then the other message was also like I really related to Miguel, a lot, because growing up it was always like either you're gonna be a doctor or an engineer. It was just those are your routes, and I never wanted to do any of that shit. And like trying to like your parents putting that onto you, but they're not understanding that it's also your fucking life, and you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
So just like that was really relatable. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Yeah, I mean I love the songs too. I was singing along.
Yeah.
It was a fun reaction.
That was one thing I really liked is how it's all of the songs that they played. I feel like I've heard them either when you're in a restaurant or just like in a place that you're visiting.
Mariachi songs.
I feel like I've heard all those songs, but like they made English translations, and so it kind of. I was like, damn, these lyrics are really good. Like,
I think it's
Poco Loco is the shit, dude. I like.
I love Poco Loco.
I like Poco Loco a lot.
I think it's one of those things with like a lot of like Latin dance music where some of the same like that like some of the same rhythms are used. So like the songs can be different and have like different words, but like you can pick up on like, oh, I've heard that pattern before.
It's like Punjabi.
Like when we were at
Bhangra music also has like very similar rhythms song to song, but
like when we were in Mexico and I was listening to mariachis, I was singing some of the songs. I was like, how the fuck do I know the song? It's like, because you've heard 100 different mariachi songs. Like you kind of. What do you think about it,
I love
Spidey?
mariachi music. It sounds so cool.
I like it better listening to it than like live, to be real. Or at least in like a tight area. I don't know if you've ever just had mariachi bands just sing at a random like Latin restaurant. It's kind of cool for the experience, but like the third time and they're like next to you and there's an accordion right next to you while you're eating, it's like, hey, not to be selfish, but I could do without this right now.
You know where you went to go eat.
Right,
You go to Senior Frogs, you prepare.
In low-key, yeah.
Oh,
it's my fault.
I thought
like,
Chi-Chi's back in the day.
Chi-Chi's.
Yeah,
Chi-Chi's has
Yeah,
mariachi?
Chi-Chi's. Yeah, back in the
about to
day,
say,
like
yeah,
anytime it
Chi-Chi's-
was your birthday, they would bring out a cake and a mariachi.
Yeah,
Yeah?
they tried
Oh,
too
shit.
hard, bro. Chi-Chi's definitely tried too
I can go get the horn. I can play some.
That's why they
really-
failed. They had a mariachi. every location had a mariachi band on retainer.
Much, bro. You had 32 people coming in.
Or they had to hire servers and be like, "Can you also play guitar?"
The really
I love the movie. I love the relationship with death, like we talked about.
Yeah.
How like the idea is not that once you die you're gone forever, but you're still lived on through memories, and then you're actually like the whole dead world.
The
They're
final
all
death.
actually lived on through memories, and then the description of the final death was also pretty sick. It does make me wonder, like, if they do a second movie, what's beyond that? But they're obviously not.
It's just
going
turtles all the way down.
right. Like,
So what I that's where I was like, man, like dying sucks, but when and the people in the living world, you're still alive because people remember you. But like when they die, then you are gone forever. So like really honestly, like celebrities and presidents like live large in the real world, and they're also gonna live large in the dead world because like they're never gonna be forgotten. They're always gonna be in textbooks.
You're
They're always gonna
remembered
be
by a lot of
talking.
people.
Yeah,
but
so
how many people are putting you on?
Yeah,
you have to be
friend
put
day.
on. I think you just gotta remember them.
So like, yeah, to be remembered to survive, but I guess you don't get to come out unless you're on their friend. So yeah, and
Okay.
De La Cruz wasn't even trying to come out. He was throwing parties. So
Right?
yeah, he was just remembered being a celebrity, like a douchebag,
Fucking asshole.
yeah, fucking dick.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I love the colors. I love the music. Some of the visual jokes are super funny. Like when his grandma or his great grandma in the dead world gives him the blessing. She's like, but no music. And he goes and grabs a guitar. When he comes back, he's like, like that. Like there's a lot of visual gags that I think are like super funny, and Pixar always does a really good job at that. Also, shout out to the Pizza Planet truck.
Yeah, always.
Always.
Pizza
Bro,
Planet.
Yeah.
Well, it's not in all of them, but goddamn.
I think it's actually. We would have to look up the one it's not. Maybe it's
How
not
do
in the
we-
Good Dinosaur, but
Is it
it's
like
in all.
How
of them.
do we
90%.
know? How do we know that De La Cruz is an Andy's dad?
Yo, you know what?
Andy?
Andy.
Oh yeah.
Bro, he does
Andy
look like
ain't
Andy's
Mexican,
dad.
bro.
Hey, you know what? I don't know.
I'm just saying, man was on the run, dude.
Yeah.
He's a promiscuous celebrity. Probably had a show in town. You know?
Right, just dropping them off. Okay, I can see
who's
that.
Andy's dad? We've
Fucking
never seen him.
Rolling
Never heard
Stone.
about it.
So the Pizza Planet truck is from Toy Story, but it's in all the Pixar movies, like most all of them.
They
Oh,
should,
shit.
they
Like
should
as an
make
Easter
that a
egg.
retroactive Easter egg and 3D model like a little guitar somewhere in the Toy
Oh my
Story,
God.
Oh
just
my
to
God.
connect it. Be like,
But no, so I definitely liked it. I thought it was good. I thought the music's good. I love the way the guitar looks. I love that, like, you guys know I'm a musician, and so for the whole thing to be like, we only make shoes. We like hate music in this house. It's like, that's crazy. But also
wild.
the end part is good too, because they do say that for Alzheimer's and people that are who kind of like going, that music can build that connection back in your brain and bring you back for just like a little bit. So like, I don't know, for us, for some of us, for me at least, it'll be like a bunch of shit I listened to in high school. It'll be, you know, all the cool stuff I listened to, but every now and again it'll be like we put on Hawthorne Heights and Grandpa Chris was like, and remember emo music.
How wild
Put on some My
be?
Chemical Romance, like
They not like us. I'm like,
They're not like us.
You're gonna be like 90 years old and someone throws on Graduation.
right?
Oh.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
you're on your deathbed and you hear, they not like us. They not.
you just get up, start crip walking.
So I feel like that's like, I don't know, like a detriment to the grandma. But like, yeah, the family's got their issues, and you can't just dump that shit all on the kid. We're watching Acolyte right now, and one of the things in Acolyte is like there's the two characters, and they're like, you get to be either this or that, and it's like, hey guys, there's so many fucking possibilities.
I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on Acolyte so far too. But
So far, I don't hate it.
Before we get into that, I want to build up on the music. Is a very powerful thing. It's like it's just frequencies that we like put together into these melodies. But like I feel the same way about like how you said like music can help Alzheimer's patients kind of make connections again. It's the same if you're having a bad trip.
Yeah.
if you're doing, we don't condone drugs here. I'll talk about my personal stories. You know, when I've had bad trips before, music always brings you back.
I agree with that.
Or when someone else is having a bad trip, I ask them like, "What's your favorite song? What's your favorite music?" And like music,
I have to wear it around my neck, so I'm not gonna remember in the moment.
music always brings you back.
Music also dictates your trip too. Like if you listen to some like shit that's like really like ground you or whatever, it could take you somewhere bad. Like I remember that. Yeah, it's.
Wait, what about like podcasts though? Because sometimes I'm just driving around listening to true crime podcasts or stand-up comedy.
You're not
Also,
listen to
driving
true crime
around on
podcasts when you're
shrooms
tripping?
listening to podcast, are you?
Have you, bro? You guys got to listen to Rotten Mangoes.
I think you're missing the other part. You're not.
Wait,
you're not
wait.
driving and tripping because we're talking about tripping right now.
Wait, have you never driven and tripped?
No,
I've driven on a trip.
On
You
shrooms?
shouldn't be doing that.
What? You gotta get places. Some not like at the peak of your fucking.
Oh, you're talking about like a
your trip.
microdose.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
We're talking about fully tripping.
No,
now.
no, I'm
we're
talking
talking about when you see visuals
I'm
and
talking
shit.
about diving into the abyss.
Yeah.
I mean, no. I'm not. See, I don't. I try not to go over like 2 grams of shrimp.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's a microdose. I mean, like they sell mushroom chocolates legally now.
To
Like,
be back around to what I was about to say, to connect to Mickey's thing about the frequencies, cats purr to help soothe themselves.
it's healing.
Yeah,
They
so like
heal
even when
themselves.
they're in pain and when they're trying to soothe themselves, sometimes they'll purr. Like literally, frequencies can help you.
They
So
also do
is
that
that-
when they're on
Music
your
is
chest to help you.
frequencies.
And Mama, I mean, Alita was a cat, so was she soothing herself through music even though she wasn't?
Ooh, maybe. I mean, she
idea.
did. She did know how to sing.
And also, the whole thing about like we're talking about like passing down shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're passing down trauma. Like that whole generation passed down hating music
That's
just because
crazy.
of one fucking person.
Dude.
Like, isn't that like that's fucking
It's
crazy?
bad, yeah. Family trauma, I think, if you want to talk about shit that can get passed down, more than talent, more than I'll give you all of my cooking recipes, family trauma, that
Ooh.
shit I think passes down way easier than all of the good stuff.
That's almost
Yeah.
automatic.
Right? But I think
That's
that's
almost
that's like fear-based shit. That's like my whole family has anxiety, and so like I'll get it too, and it's like, or I have it, and it's like yeah, that's easy to pass down, but also for my family it helped us survive. Like we lived in Gary. How you live in Gary, you don't got anxiety? Like I don't know where the doors are at. People get shot at this bitch often. Like
We were talking about something like that this morning because I was thinking about you.
yeah.
And 'cause I'm about to be a dad, and I was just like, man, like, are you guys? Do you think you'll go with what I call the traditional trauma of holidays? Like, are you going to tell them Santa Claus exists? Is the Easter Bunny a real thing? Or are you just going to be like, oh no, it's the holidays, we spend time together. Don't tell all your dumb friends that Santa Claus isn't a real thing.
Maybe for fun, because some of those holiday stuff is like
When do all the parents decide
gotta
to
let
go
them
in on this
experience the
line?
You gotta let them think Santa Claus is real
you
for a
gotta
little
let them
bit. Come
experience
on.
the magic.
well, she's already about to have 2 different kinds of Christmases.
Yeah.
Because in Czech they do Christmas way
mean,
different. There's Krampus and there's Mikolash, and
Yeah.
you have to recite poems or
all-
you get put into a sack. So like
We all believed it. We turned out okay.
I did.
this guy, he got to skip it. Now he's
Yeah, I
judging.
grew up without it, and it was always weird. Like, you guys, it's just go get presents from your.
Oh,
fucking parents.
you
like,
never.
You never thought Santa
Like,
Claus was
remember,
real?
like,
Nah,
Damn.
nah.
do you
My
guys
girl
call
of a
your-
witness. So like,
Is there like a short
Damn,
like
they didn't
Joe
let you experience the magic.
J Weez,
J
J
Dubs?
Dubs,
Yeah,
J
J
Dubs?
Dub? No,
Okay.
Yeah, how about the Tooth Fairy?
What?
no. My parents just told me if you put your tooth under there, maybe some money will appear, and it will be from us.
You know what? If my kid comes up and asks me ever if Santa Claus is real, I'm just gonna say allegedly.
Right. I don't remember.
I'm gonna make sure my kids know Santa's real for a little bit. Because come on, man, that's the whole point
You
of
can
Christmas.
celebrate without that. And it's
Oh,
not.
you can 100%.
Yeah.
So like, why not just?
Because I think for kids, it's okay to believe in like
it
magic
empowers
and stuff.
their imagination.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop you from believing.
And I remember when I was a kid, I was always trying to catch Santa Claus. I was trying to stay awake like I want my kids to experience that.
Okay, it empowers their imagination, and then you gut punch them with the reality of life and be like, welcome.
For me, the
Welcome
challenge
to the
was,
real
like,
world, buddy.
My dad's parents weren't Jehovah's Witnesses, so it would always be trying to sneak over to grandma's house to see if there were presents under a tree for me. And that was it. Like, I wasn't trying to catch Santa. I'm trying to catch grandma sneaking in with the boxes. Like, that was it for us.
Before we continue with Coco, I'll just say that I did it. I believed in Santa and all that shit, and I liked Barney, but I like also lived in Gary, and all of my friends and shit were like, bro, come on, like,
Club party.
it's gutter outside. Like, literally, we'd be kids. They'd be like, you listen to Barney? I'm like, I'm 5.
Come on,
I love
buddy.
Barney.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, you
Come
little
on.
bitch.
Yeah.
But I found out
Same.
that Santa Claus didn't exist because of an episode of Baby Huey, which makes me 1 billion years old.
Are you gonna do the tooth fairy thing?
What do you mean?
You know,
Like,
knock out
you know,
your kids'
I mean,
teeth and
like,
give them
you
money.
know-
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
But, you know,
But really, it's going to be, you
You
lose a
should-
tooth, bring it to me, I'll give you $1.
you should confuse them. Okay,
Inflation.
be like,
It's $5
tell
now.
them, be honest about Santa. Be like, no, that's crazy. That doesn't make any sense based on
Santa's
the
obviously-
physical world. But then,
The tooth
Get-
fairy?
yeah, be like, that one is real.
Well, the tooth fairy, though.
Whoa,
Right.
whoa, whoa!
That one's doable.
That one is real.
Yeah, she's one sneaky one.
So we're going to talk about...
She works at the Amazon warehouse.
Just put her in a box, drop her. We're going to talk about the characters of Coco, but in order to do this one, before we talk about Miguel or Hector or Santa Cruz, I want to talk about just the family as a whole. And also, Coco wipes Encanto. I'm just saying.
I haven't seen Encanto.
I haven't seen
Absolutely.
Encanto.
I'm putting Coco over. Encanto's got better music, I think, but Encanto's all mostly music.
I'm going to say this
and I
right
feel
now.
like Coco hits the emotions kind of hard.
Encanto DreamWorks.
Yeah, I'll give it that. I'll give it that.
Disney, I think.
I think Coco's better than Up.
You haven't finished watching Up. You have
Yeah,
to finish watching
no,
Up before you can
no.
have a hot take.
No.
You got to finish watching Up.
Yeah,
Coco's nowhere near as good as Up.
Up
The
was good, but I feel
the
like
first
the
few
timing
minutes
of
of Up trumps most Pixar movies. Like,
You killing somebody?
yes,
Killing?
Yeah.
She
they
dies.
told,
They
they,
don't know
they
who
told
kills
a
her.
beautiful, lifelong romantic story within minutes with zero
no
dialogue.
words. Yeah.
Hold
Like,
on real
that's,
quick.
That's masterful storytelling. That trumps 99% of most Pixar movies.
Surge Toy wants to know, do we interact with the chat on this podcast?
We're watching it right now, and we do sometimes here and there saying "What up?" I saw you saying you're Punjabi. What up, fellow Punjabi? But like, we don't want to give our whole attention to the.
So
chat.
how about this, Surge? Once we get to the end of this, we'll do a little Q&A.
Yeah.
You can ask whatever you want.
Yeah,
it's
you-
just that.
Whatever you,
you can
whatever
type
you
whatever,
want.
anything.
whatever you type in the chat, we'll likely see it, but we may not interact with it.
Yeah.
We'll
So,
go back up.
yeah, but we'll talk with you guys here towards the end after we're done
Oh
talking
no,
about
Darth
Coco.
Cadus, no,
What?
no.
Mickey says the movie where the white people trumps the movie about the Mexican family.
Trumps him? Mickey?
No.
Damn.
Out of here. Out of here.
It Bidens them. It Bidens it.
That's even worse.
It Bidens it.
No, I actually do. I think I get more emotional pleasure and like life lessons out of this movie than I do
Yes,
Up. I think
that's
Up
true.
is really, 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 really good, but this movie was like, damn, I should call my mom. Like,
Yeah, you wanted to go talk to your mom afterwards.
Yeah.
Up, man, just made you cry.
I like.
You didn't finish it, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Finish
you,
it.
You got to the crying part. You didn't get to the happy part, which is greatness. Inside Out is awesome. One of those is for me.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Inside Out was great too,
Yes,
but
dude.
it's
Right.
not top 5.
Take her
though.
to the moon for me.
I'll go.
I saw Inside
Oh.
Out with my fucking ex who has a bunch of family trauma, and I kid you not, that movie started and she started crying and she didn't stop crying until she was. I was like, shh. Like in the theater, I was like, it's okay, it's okay.
Because you relate to that little girl like
Yeah.
immediately. Like,
Right.
it,
So hard.
it really is a gut punch from. So apparently, Inside Out 2 just became like the most successful
Yeah,
Pixar
and
Yeah.
Ito Adabiri is in there, and I love her and everything she
Who's
does.
Yeah,
it?
for real?
Evil Out of Barry?
Yeah.
Oh, girl from
movie. Inside
Bottoms,
Out 2.
right?
What if
yeah,
they-
from Bottoms and the
Bear.
Bear,
Do you
the black
think-
chick.
The black chick?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Do you think in Inside Out 2, do you think they bring Bong Bong back? Bing Bong?
Bing Bong? No,
Bing
dog.
Bong back?
Bing bong.
Here's the thing about that part of your imagination. It's gone forever. You can do Bing Bong again, but they have to be different. You can think of them again and make them. Anyway,
Bing Bong
talk about the
2?
family. How did you guys feel about that large family and how fun they seemed with their whole shoemaking thing? And
Yeah, that seemed kind of cool. I mean, they ran a very successful family business, and like growing up in my like the cul-de-sac we were in, there was a few different Latin families. So like hearing the way that Latin families speak to each other is always cool to me. Like, oh, Pobrecito, and like this, like little one and loved one. Like it's always just beautiful hearing the language. And
that's one thing that I wish was different about like American culture is that there is definitely a level of like, don't get in my fucking bubble. Like people are not like.
Are we talking about within families?
No, not within families, but like, I mean, just in general. Because like in other countries, you could be out in public and people are just like, you know, interacting with each other, and it's like it's a different vibe. There's more community in other countries, and I don't.
I think there's a lot of places in America that do have community like that, but and no offense to take a jab, but I think in the suburbs it's not really like that.
Yeah.
The more you're in a city, like there's whole entire neighborhoods in New York, like the Heights and shit, where motherfuckers are like, no, like this is the vibe. And like even growing up in parts of Gary, like we roamed the streets and we kind of knew everybody. We knew the dude who owned the fish shop, we knew the barber shop, we knew the people who owned the grocery store, and like everybody. It was a community. I mean, there was a lot of violence and shit too, but we did have like a lot of sense of community. I think when you're out towards the burbs and shit, that it's a little harder to have that because like everyone has their house and their space and they're kind of retreated into their castle.
That
like
is
you
true.
know.
yeah. Sorry, I was thinking because we just had Pilar was just here.
Yeah.
I had never met her before. We'd never talked, and she's a hugger. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So
yeah.
it's just like stuff like that. Like I expected to shake her hand, and I went for the handshake, and I was like, oh, my bad. Like, Latin community. I was like, man, that's fucking.
Yeah, I like the
cool. I like
family.
that hug.
I love how big they are. I have a big-ish, but not like that family. And I had a lot of independence growing up as a kid. And so, like, I really appreciate that and respect that. And I don't understand the, like, I have to do this for my family mentality. Like, that is so alien to me. Like, I got to be my own person. And I think it's because of where I came from and, like, the fact that it was, like, it's the murder capital in the 90s. Don't join a gang. Don't die. Anything else you do, we're kind of okay with. Like, for the most part, you know, like, don't get into drugs. And so, like, I really had, and I went to like a school for kids and I like tested in and all that bullshit. But like I was kind of like on my own tracks and got to make like not my own decisions, but like my own decisions about like what I wanted to do with life. Like when I decided I wanted to go to school for music, like no one shat on me. They're like, we're just happy you're going to college, honestly. You know, so that part I don't understand. I get it because they all want him to do well, and you know it takes a village, and your family's already your village. That's super cool. But like, yeah, him not having independence, like. Irks me a bit, but that's just me. And it's not like culture I feel that way, but I feel the same way about Acolyte. That's what I was talking about. Like, you guys only have two fucking options. There's so many options.
Yeah, I mean, that is the dynamic of some families, unfortunately. It's just like, my father's father was my father's father's father was my father's
Like, that does great for, like,
father's
success, though, right? I don't know if it does super great for, like, a ton of happiness, but, like, success?
But I guess in other cultures, success is more important than happiness.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
but I mean, if you lived in those countries, the dynamics of like, it would make more sense living there. Like we have a lot more freedoms and opportunity to pursue happiness here, but it's not like that in other parts of the world. It's like kind of it's more cutthroat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was the family part for me. What about family guys? You guys have big families? Does the family remind you of your family?
Yeah, I related to this because like my whole family was trying to get me to that thing and I didn't want to do it.
Dr. Pat, MD.
You should think about that. That'd be nuts. But yeah, it wasn't my thing. But like I remember having conversations and trying to get out of it, and they're all like shitting on it.
What did you want to do?
I always wanted to own a business. Like ever since I was a kid, I was doing like entrepreneurial shit. Like I had a painting business when I was in high school. I was cutting grass in high school. I was selling. I was just selling anything I can. So like,
I feel like we would all get behind it, right? Like I don't know,
right? But
it's not like you wanted to be a fucking cartoonist for the New Yorker.
But the thing is, like my parents were like, there's no long term in that. Like there's long term in being a doctor. You're always going to. Everyone's going to need a doctor. Everyone's going to need an engineer or a pharmacist.
Yeah.
And like I never saw it that way. My brother did, unfortunately, but I never saw it that way. I remember when I went to school. I originally went to school for like biology, and then I switched to business. And that conversation to switch to go to school of business was like literally there's like 2 weeks in the house where like they didn't want to talk to me. I remember this specifically. We had like these Swami artists come into our house. Like I don't know, like you guys know what Swami people are. But, like,
excuse me, a Swami?
Yeah, Swami.
Yeah, like religious
people.
I don't know what kind of religious person, but
priests. So my parents were hosting them, and they stayed at our house. And they were there, and they, like when they were introducing me, like I introduced like asking me like one of the easy questions to ask you, like what you're studying. I'm like business, and my brother's like, well, I'm studying biomedical engineering. My dad's like, oh, that's my real son right there. I was like, damn, fuck you, motherfucker.
God damn. I'm like, hey, Dad, you know what else I'm studying? How to step the fuck outside, motherfucker. My uncle told me, this was like, he had some issues, but he was like, when you guys, if you guys need a job, he was like, look, sell coffins and cigarettes. All right, motherfuckers always gonna need coffins. People always want to smoke cigarettes, and eventually the cigarettes will put them in a coffin. I'd like to point out that this uncle was also previously locked up for selling dope. So like, I was like, you have the mentality of someone who's just like, get the fucking money. I don't give a fuck how, bro.
Bro, that would be a wild emporium, like,
right?
Tobacco and coffin emporium,
right? And condoms because you want to smoke cigarettes after you fuck.
Makes sense.
And liquor, and I guess we also sell you keys to cars. We're just trying to get you dead.
It's just a corner store that also sells coffins.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It also sells coffins.
I like to also point out about this uncle, where we're not using names, obviously. Somebody shot at his mom's house once, and he was like, oh, damn, like he was there. And he's like, shot at my mom's house. And this dude went to this guy's house, a very small neighborhood, knocks on the door, he's like, oh, like, is Russell here? And the mom was like, yeah, he is. Come in. And like, I'll go get him. Motherfucking Russell walks around the corner, gets shot 6 times. Damn. Something crazy like that.
In his own house.
In his own house, in front of his mom. Survives.
That's the last thing you want to happen.
Well, he stopped shooting people after shooting that shit. So.
Oh, okay, good.
Anyway,
learned a lesson.
I'm not gonna take a lot of advice from coffin cigarettes guy.
No.
Love him to death. Don't want to piss him off. So all right, now what about the little homie Miguel?
Miguel was my favorite character, bro.
Yeah, he was solid. I love Miguel.
I love that he stuck to his guns, even though
he did.
His parents like shit on him. I was surprised that the grandma, right? So the grandma shut out at him, and his parents never really backed him up, even though I felt like his mom wanted to say something, but she never said anything.
Yeah, like the grandparents, the hierarchy goes like straight up to the elders.
And the family seemed to fear the oldest, basically.
Yeah.
Like, no one was going to give him a blessing if great-great-grandma did.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, my grandma runs shit still, bro.
For real?
Yeah, grandma, we'd be like, we don't talk about that in front of grandma. Like, shh. Like, we will not get into that. Also, like, once again, for like the family shit, the fact that like little Miguel would be like, I don't want your blessing. God, I hate this family. I'm like, I can't talk to my family like I never would. I'm just like, there's like, different cultures have their different like ways of respect. I'm like, my mouth can't make those words.
No, not
I don't know. It's like he's doing magic. Like, how is he doing that? I'm literally like, so you could just say that and like, you don't catch on fire? Like, what's...
Doesn't add up.
But I love
you don't catch beating.
I love this music. I love that he really wanted to play and that he was about it. And I feel like he was like, this is going to make me happy, so I want to do it. And like, I really wasn't trying to think about Acolyte every 10 seconds, but I'm sorry. It's all right there. We just watched that episode of Acolyte where we found out about the 2 girls and like where they were born and how they were born. And the fact that one of them was like, I want to be a witch. And the other one's like, I want to be a Jedi. And everybody's
the most
like,
controversial episode of...
I don't see how.
We're going to talk about that after this.
We'll get into it.
I don't see
But yeah, Miguel. How'd you feel about little homie Miguel?
Oh, I liked Miguel a lot. I related to him a lot because I've had a similar experience in my family. Like, my parents and my sister are all very like analytical people, very business minded. I'm also business, but I'm the creative in the family.
Yeah.
Right. So I kind of had the same thing, same experience of like, my parents were not like not supportive, but I've had a lot of like reluctant support where it was more just like, okay, if you're sure, like, like that kind of thing. It's changed now. They're super supportive now, but only because it worked. They're like, they're like, oh, okay.
I mean, that's how it goes.
It's like,
Told my grandma I was leaving Sun King to do this, and she was like,
okay.
To do what?
You sure? Okay.
They thought I did computers for the longest. They were like, what did you go to school for again? Computers? Can you help me with this? And it's like,
my family has no idea what I do. Like I think my mom does, and every once in a while she tries to explain it, but everyone's like, so you watch TV for a living? Is that, what else do you do? I was like, that and I like coach classes, but like that's my main
that's
income.
Kind of sort of
my grandma was like, is it drugs?
Right. I'm like,
is it? And I was like, it sounds like drugs. I'm not going to lie.
I just tell people we review things. Like,
yeah,
okay. And you know what? In their defense, I don't know what the fuck any of them do either. So my family has this weird thing where they speak like we're royalty for some reason, but where that shit at? Like, I don't know what the fuck all that is. It's weird. So
they're one of the middle class people that are just like, how much do we make? And they're like, we don't talk about that. It's a big ghost. Just like, is it nothing or is it a lot?
We don't talk about money, but us, the Harpers. I'm like, why are you doing that?
The Harpers.
That's Kirkland brand vodka over there.
And they're like, and that's how we keep the money.
I don't trust that.
The ex that I used to date who was like in the 1% because her dad owned a private prison and her mom worked at Eli Lilly and got paid like $20,000 a month.
That's so wild.
Damn.
She had a friend who was like, her dad was like the principal at either the blind or the deaf school. I sincerely don't remember, and I apologize for not remembering. But she was like, yeah, and I went to their house. I was like, damn, y'all got money. She was like, not like her. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, have you been to her house yet? I was like, no, like, you guys are rich, right? And she's like, we're like lower middle class. And I was like, bitch, I'm broke. I ate Jimmy John's bread with Parmesan I found in the fridge on it today, and that was my dinner because the Jimmy John's bread was 50 cents. It was a day old.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that you're lower middle class, because if that's the case, then like I'm the rat catcher. Like,
I'm the rat king.
so then she was like, okay, I guess we're like comfortably upper-ish middle class. And I was like, so what are they? She was like, they're the 1%. And I asked her, I was like, so what are you? She was like, well, it's kind of go. She was like, we're like comfortably middle class. And I was like,
No.
what? Show me your house. And I got to her house. I was like, you motherfuckers is lying. Maybe like, how much money do you make? She's like, it's a little, we don't really talk about money like that. I'm like, you don't talk about it because you got so much goddamn money.
Exactly.
This house has a pool room for shooting pool and a swimming pool and a workout room and a room that's just filled with board games, and you don't play board games.
Dude.
How much money do y'all
damn.
fucking make in this bitch?
Yeah.
And she finally told me, and I was like, I am disgusted. I'm going to go shit in your dad's toilet.
Right.
But so, what about the antagonist?
Motherfucking Dela Cruz.
Dela Cruz.
I hate that motherfucker. Honestly, and when he first met Dela Cruz, he was actually being a good dad. Like I was like,
good,
oh shit, that's what I thought
great
it was
grandpa,
real.
great grandpa.
Great grandpa.
But he knew damn well he.
But he's a capitalist.
What do you mean he's a capitalist?
Oh,
He killed his best friend.
He capitalized.
He killed his best friend.
yeah, because he was like, bro, we're at the
seize the
top of our
moment.
game, and like, I need to go out and make this money playing his music, dog. He was like, when Miguel was like,
listen.
I'm your grandson. He was like, and he was my best friend.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not gonna ruin my rep, dog. What are you crazy?
I mean, I'm all about seizing the moment. Like I'm all for it. And I was like, when they're talking about seizing the moment, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then he told me how he seized the moment.
Saw the moment he seized.
Yeah, and I guess.
You draw the line at murder.
Yeah, because like I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna kill my best friend to get somewhere, but I may kill something else to get somewhere. Like,
something else, not someone. You
I
said
feel like Pat
something.
wants to do
Would
some
you
sort of a ritual
steal?
sacrifice for
Okay.
yeah, I'm down to do ritual sacrifice.
Cash?
Hold up now.
a goat,
Yeah,
but cash.
no.
A fox that looks a lot like Cash.
What
Oh,
if?
that's fine.
What if you were Dela Cruz and there was a way for you to steal those songs without killing the guy, and he just kind of fades into obscurity and you become Dela Cruz? Would you do that?
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's your best friend.
Oh, it's your best friend?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
That
about
dynamic doesn't change.
Well, I feel like, you just be like, hey, bud, what if I keep all of those songs, I continue to play them, and I give you half of the money that I make?
No.
So I got to screw my best friend over.
Yeah.
Regardless. No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Good guy, Pat.
Okay.
Woo!
Just towing the line.
Good guy, Pat.
Just seeing where the 50-yard line is.
I think he did a good job. I love the character design. I love how menacing but kind of silly he was. The big dance sing-off fight at the end was great.
Yeah.
The Frida Kahlo, every time Frida Kahlo popped up, I was like, Frida, let's go!
I love. She was like, "Dude, is it too on the nose?"
I think it's just the right. Do you know what Frida Kahlo looks like, Pat?
She had the unibrow, right?
Yeah.
Her art is
I was
really
reading,
awesome.
God, and I'm gonna suck as a photographer. I was reading one of these photography books. Oh no, I think it was Dorothea Lange, and she who did the Japanese internment. She did the photography for that. Like her and her husband were both photographers and artists. And they're like, yeah, so we just like moved down to Mexico and hung out with our friend Frida for a bit. And I'm like, hold on. Dorothea Lange, famous American photographer of the West and like the Great Depression and the internment camps, was also friends with Frida Kahlo. Like,
Why not?
Back in the day, it felt like motherfuckers would like just glom on and be like, yo, yeah, my group of friends are all the most influential people ever.
Because there probably wasn't a whole lot of people.
Wasn't a lot of people doing shit, so it's just like, no, those 5 weird motherfuckers, I happen to know them, and it's like, oh, that's just like Andy Warhol. That's just like my guy. We're like, cool.
Frida Kahlo and Salvador Dali would have made a power couple.
Who's
Oh my
Frida? I know Frida Kahlo just because from shit, but I don't know what she actually did.
She was a
famous
painter.
Oh,
She
a
painted
painter.
herself like a lot.
Very, very influential painter. Like one of the most important in art history.
Like, would you say like Picasso level, or she like?
I mean, she's
As far as fame goes?
she's
Yeah.
a very she's up there with the masters. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was very up there with the masters.
And
she is a master.
I want to say, I also, while I was reading that same book, one of the other dudes was like, yeah, and then I did some photographies with my girlfriend at the time, Georgie O'Keeffe. And it's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? So, well, you guys just all know each other. So I liked all the Frida stuff. I thought that was super cool. I love that Cheech Marin's in the movie because I feel like if you make a movie.
Who's Cheech?
He was he was just a voice. He was just a fucking like one of the officers or something. I was like, hey, Cheech,
Gotcha,
like
okay.
you just make a movie and like people are speaking Spanish in it. I think you have to call Cheech Marin, like you have to. I don't know, right? Tommy Chong's out of it now. He does his thing, but like I thought, yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought like the hype of it and kind of the story too about like look at and this is me being on my old humdrum bullshit, you know me, but like they show the people that are getting forgotten and they kind of live in the slums, and then they show the guy who like was rich through life, who's also rich in death, and like. I would like to think that there's no disparagement in the fucking afterlife. If I die and they're like, what was your credit score? I'll be like, oh my God, send
Listen
me back.
here,
Fuck.
if there is, the Vikings are going to own us all because they buried themselves with their riches.
That's
Oh,
true.
no, the Egyptians.
Yeah,
Oh,
Egyptians.
them too.
The Egyptians going to be, I think the Egyptians got the Vikings.
There's going to be Egyptian and a Viking, like, you know.
It's gonna be the war.
They're gonna be like,
It's
So
gonna
we
be
got two
racism
sides.
all over
what's the
again.
exchange rate for heaven crypto?
Oh.
Cloud coin.
Oh, what's up, guys? It's me, your boy St. Peter, and I'm slinging that Christ coin. Oh, my God. If I went to I'd be like, yo, just send me back. I'll do it again. It's fine. I'll just
give me
do
a
it all over again. Yeah. How many redos do I get?
Saved coin.
But yeah, no, I thought Dela Cruz was good. I thought he made a good villain, and I liked the turn. I liked the turn a lot because that felt really emotional. And he's like, "You're my real grandpa," and they do their little was it a grito?
Yeah.
They do their yell. I was like, "This is the shit. Let's go."
Also, Dante.
The
dog. So was he alive the whole time, or was he
Yeah.
just in the dead world?
No, I
He was in
think
the
he
dead
was
world.
alive, and they were trying to say like dogs can sense, you know.
But he got to
they get-
become a
Because he became an
at
alligator.
that point, he became a spiritual.
So
guy.
he died then.
I don't know if the animal
because we saw him
come
back in the real world at the end.
Yeah,
I think he just got upgraded to a spirit guide.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's perhaps in a space between life and death.
Bro, the homie Dante out
at
here
all times.
being one of the most absolute roughest looking dogs of all
You know,
time.
I really love
Eating his own foot. I was like, this is damn near Nico. I don't know.
one of the details about like when they do animals in animated movies like that is like the Foley work for it, because it's not just about like dropping just a dog bark into a scene. They have to pick
The echo and shit.
a specific type of bark that portrays a specific type of dog emotion. So you know, it's just very I don't know. Animation it just always blows my mind. Just how many details and moving pieces they are to make it.
Would you guys like to know what kind of dog Dante is?
What kind of dog?
He's a greyhound.
He's a cocker spaniel.
Greyhound?
No.
What is
He is a, not to be confused with a Peruvian hairless dog, he is a Xoxoitzcuatl, also known as a Xolo?
Is it the
X-O-L-O.
That's a Taco Bell dog, dude.
That's
No, that's a Taco Bell dog's a
That is
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Can we see a picture and not a text?
Yeah, here, take the computer. I'm just saying, look at the word, bro.
That is Dante.
Pull up Google Images.
Yeah, you said he doesn't have any hair.
A swaswa.
And you don't have a nose.
Yours is a 16-incher?
14, baby.
Oh, it looks
I-
like 16.
You want to know what else is 14 inches?
Giggity,
My
giggity.
attention span. Dante. I love it because we don't see it often, but every time they drop an X into Spanish, like anywhere in Mexico, I'm like,
If
here we go.
If my last name was Dante, my first name would be Al.
El Dante,
Dante.
which means almost soft. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did the Yo-Yo from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did the voice for Frida. That's awesome.
Oh,
Miss Yo-Yo.
Watch all of it.
Oh man, Yo-Yo's dope. She can
Yeah,
yo-yo.
it's great.
All right, so that was the movie,
Yeah.
right?
That
Is
was
there
the
anything else?
movie.
Oh, standout scenes, and then we're donezo.
Coco.
Oh yeah, also it's named after Grandma Coco. All right,
Yeah. Standout scenes. I feel like we talked about them all.
Standout
Yeah.
scenes. I mean,
Him playing the music.
I guess when he finally goes into the afterlife and like just like seeing the all of
for the
the
first time.
extravaganza.
I think
of
the
it all.
last scene of him
It-
playing with Coco and she's
it gave
singing and
me-
"Remember Me."
Yeah.
When he's in that world, it gave me Corpse Bride vibes for some
Yeah.
reason.
I think the end of the movie was a great thing where everyone was just hanging out together.
Yeah,
And Imelda or Grandma Imelda
yeah.
and Hector being there and the whole family being there interacting with each other. That was cool.
Poco Loco.
Poco Loco slaps.
Poco Loco this slap.
Poco Loco went hard.
Honestly, that kid, I thought he was like, he was never a musician or anything like that. But when he gets to the dead world, like to get on stage, I thought he was going to suck because you're going to have to suck for a little bit to get good.
But he
just already got good.
He'd been practicing. They had shown him like he'd been practicing
because he was going to compete in the competition in the real world. Before
the guitar he had upstairs, he hadn't played in front of people before, but like he knew he had the skills because the guitar that he had upstairs with the Ofrenda with Dela Cruz on it, he'd been playing and practicing and like learning a song. So yeah,
I am meant for more than zapatos.
All right, so we're gonna announce the next movie. Are you guys sure that it's Marqueta's pick?
Do it.
Marqueta's pick.
We are watching Persepolis. We're gonna watch Persepolis.
Probably.
Yeah.
Marqueta has continued to say that it's not sad. You want to watch the trailer?
No. Yes. No.
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 Yes.
No,
Yes.
I'd rather
Watch
go
it later.
blind.
No, because then they can't see it, and we're just
They can't see it. They'd be able to hear it.
Nah,
It's an audio
sorry.
podcast
Yeah,
mostly.
we-
All right,
As long as it's funny.
Yeah, we just can't
It's
make
not
it.
funny.
I don't know what I don't know what it is.
It
I'm
actually
sorry.
says 0 jokes.
Do you
We
think
read off the synopsis of the movie is what we
Do
usually
you think
do.
it's possible
Look
to
my
make
IMDb.
a movie that is artsy and good, but it is designed to make you feel nothing at the same time? Like an inconsequential movie that is Oscar worthy.
Like Crank.
It makes you feel nothing.
Crank was great.
I
Crank
never
makes
saw-
me
I
feel
never saw
But
Crank.
like I'm on drugs is what it makes me feel. All right. Persepolis is a 2007 adult animated biographical drama film based upon Marjane Starapi autobiography based off of a graphic novel of the same name. It is written and directed by the same lady in collaboration with Vincent Paraunda. The story follows a young girl as she comes of age against the backdrop of the Iranian Revolution. The title references the historical city of Persepolis. The film was an international production made by companies in France and Iran. It premiered in 2007 Cannes Film Festival, where it won the jury prize alongside Silent Night. It was released in France, Belgium. The film was selected for French entry and the best French or in the best foreign language film category because I believe it's partially in English languages, French, English, Persian, German. Movie was made for $7 million and made $22 million back.
Yo, the art style looks dope as fuck.
It does.
It's like Fallout, kind of.
So
The game?
No.
Oh, it's black and white.
Actually, not at all. It's like that's very unique. Okay, I'm down. I'm excited. 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
8 out of 10 on IMDb. 4 out of 5 on Common Sense.
Common Sense. What's that?
Common Sense Media gives it 4 out of 5 stars.
Ooh, well, great. We
So is this
love
just
Common
Irish
Sense.
people rating that?
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so that's what we're watching next.
Hey,
Nice.
let's ask the chat. Is Persepolis worth it? Do you guys think it's actually worth it?
The internet is 100 out of 100,000 votes. It has an 8 out of 10 on IMDb, so I'm gonna say yes. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it sounds like it's kind of worth
I'm
it.
gonna say it's got a 96% on.
Pat,
Rotten
why are you
Tomatoes.
already hesitant to watch
'Cause it's
it?
an animated movie and it's about he heard
Black and white.
Iranian
You don't like that it's in black and white?
No, I like Middle East. It's just a black and white. I don't like.
So
black
you don't
and white.
like black and white? Because
No.
you know that you're just going to force my hand. We'll have to have a whole black and white month.
No,
Yeah.
please don't. No.
What's wrong with black and white
is
movies?
so boring.
No, make him watch.
It's
well,
like,
make him
it's
watch.
like put my nose in there, hide two fruity movies, man.
Old movies. They're just old. They didn't have color. It was just technology at the time, Pat.
Yeah, and then they're gonna make it all Oscar worthy. Like you got.
No, there's
so
fucking
crazy to
Charlie
me.
The
Chaplin.
Three Stooges is black and white, Pat.
I
It
grew
is
up.
not
I
Oscar
grew
worthy.
up on the Three Stooges.
Three Stooges are great. I
I
love
grew
Three
up on
Stooges.
Laurel and
Three
Hardy.
Stooges is a great. I love Three Stooges.
So then,
Charlie Chaplin.
what are you
dude.
saying, Pat?
Well,
You equate black and white
black
movies.
and white movies made nowadays. They're trying to be so different so they can win the Oscars and shit.
You mean
You know
like
what? He's not
Oppenheimer?
wrong. He's not wrong. He's not
He's
wrong.
not wrong, but I'm also pointing out that he likes these things. Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer was not in black and
Half of that movie's in black and white.
That's fine.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's not totally
black and white.
Is this movie
Make
totally
him watch
in black
Logan
and
in
white?
black and white. Make him watch. Make him watch Logan Noir.
colorist.
The
So,
Noir Logan was solid.
anyway, Pat, unfortunately, you forced a hand. It'll be one of these months. I don't know now. It'll just be black and white movies. You get to pick your own.
I'm gonna pick Oppenheimer.
I'm gonna pick
Oppenheimer,
another
it
man.
has to be fully all the way in black and white the entire
let's
time.
I'm
do
doing
let's
Django
do the
Unchained.
old stuff that
Django is not black and white.
But you can do a noir
I've never
version.
You can't just do noir versions of new movies.
Look, I've never seen
stipulations.
I've never seen Citizen Kane. I've never seen Rosemary's Baby. I've never seen
Rosemary's Baby's not in black and white.
Okay, I've never seen Casablanca. I've never seen a lot of these old.
Oh, we're watching Reefer Madness.
Ooh,
Yeah!
the original Psycho. That's black and white.
Yeah, oh my God, Psycho's so good.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Birds.
Mm,
That's not black and white.
it is, but
Is
also,
it black and white?
No,
I think I
Birds
talk
is in
all
color.
like
I don't think it's
also
like
black
that.
and white movies. They talk like Shakespeare. I don't like that.
I don't know what
They just-
movies you're watching.
Well, you
where this is
right, bro?
happening all the time.
What movie
What's
are
the
you
last
describing?
black and white movie you watched?
Yeah. Where are you citing these sources from?
Because every time I see black and white movies, they're all talking like they got high English, and I ain't got I got to like go to English like PhD. I
gotta
understand.
you gotta
They
ask
have like a
Jeeves.
mid-Atlantic accent, but that's just the accent they used at the time. Like Casablanca is like,
Are you talking
the
about-
old father
Yeah, like
greatness.
that.
No, Casablanca's like, here's the thing, kid. This is how I talk because it's the 50s. See?
Listen, Dame.
Right? Yeah, like-
listen, see.
Listen, Rob.
They just, I don't know. They sound like old.
like Monty Python. I never liked that shit either.
What the fuck?
So why? Those aren't even black and white.
Hang on, dude. Now you just attacked Monty Python, bro.
All of it. Like
now
the
you
whole-
just
as
now
a
you just
whole?
started a war, bro.
Have you
Monty
what
Python.
Monty
Monty Python is not high
Name
art.
a Monty Python you've seen.
Yeah, name a Monty Python.
I don't
you've
remember
seen.
because it was so trash.
No, you know
Okay.
you were supposed to
Okay.
watch.
No.
Princess-
Describe-
You were supposed to watch.
Bride.
You were supposed to watch
Describe-
Princess Bride, and instead
And
you watched
didn't.
Princess Diaries.
Describe
Princess
what was
Bride.
and he gave a dissertation on it. Like describe the skit that was the Monty Python. Like what was on screen?
But
What
they
do
were
you-
walking and they were hitting themselves in the head.
were they
and that's
night-
too frou-frou for you, and not some of
Were
the
they
silliest
nice?
shit
Not
you've seen.
frou-frou at all.
You like physical comedy?
Yeah.
Monty Python is like designed for you.
Yeah, legit.
Maybe it wasn't Monty Python I'm thinking of. It was a movie that
There's no shot, man.
Yeah,
Okay, Monty
it was
Monty
on
Python and the
TV
Holy
Land. It
Grail.
was just something I watched. I can't
Add
remember.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That's the next one.
No, 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 no.
No, I am.
The Ministry of Silly Walks, bro.
Yeah.
Or it's just barely a scratch. This shit is fucking hilarious, dog. It's dumb as fuck.
your leg. Just put the
Biggest
flesh move.
dickus.
Yeah, like that
okay.
Robin Hood Men in Tights and shit. Like I don't even know if Robin Hood Men in Tights was exactly.
No, but it's slapstick and Marquetta. That is
Yeah.
one of Marquetta's top 10. She also
same.
suggested a slapstick month.
Oh,
That
the
is-
Three
that's the
Stooges, I'm
first
down.
movie
Dr.
that-
Bean or Mr. Bean, I'm okay with
That's
that.
the first movie Dave Chappelle got.
Yeah.
If you like Mr. Bean but you hate Monty Python, you are.
Mickey might actually fight you.
You're.
here.
You're.
But Mr. Bean had a story. Monty Python
you're-
doesn't have a story.
Wow.
You're-
Wait,
you're
did
an
you
anomaly.
watch? Did you watch
He doesn't know which one he watched. I don't
Master
think.
of Disguise?
Yes, that was great.
Master of Disguise.
Yes, that's such a great movie.
Wait. Which one is that?
Dana Carvey, the turtle. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Yeah, that was so good.
This actually
Master of
hurts.
Disguise.
I gotta go eat.
Okay.
All right, listen. we're wrapping up this podcast. We're watching Persepolis next time. Pat keeps being the conundrum that keeps making us make more lists.
Look, we need to put Monty.
Ace
Python.
Ventura is great. I love
Yeah.
Ace Ventura.
Top tier.
Top
Yeah.
tier.
How do you,
That's fine.
There's no way you're talking about Monty Python. There's just
Bro,
no-
it was
there's
just
no-
dry.
there's no
I remember
shot.
watching something on TV Land and it was just that
British humor is hilarious. That's how British humor is.
TV.
Dry?
Dry
Yeah.
humor? Dry
Yes.
comedy?
There's a it's like a different.
Maybe because I was young, I wasn't
It's
able to
a different
understand
kind of
it. Like,
beer,
you know.
Yeah, I do think.
The Office is dry humor.
No, Office is fucking in your face funny.
It's dry humor.
No, it was not.
It is dry
Are you
humor.
talking about the UK Office or the United States
Both
Office?
of them. They're dry humor.
I think the first couple of seasons, they're kind of getting into the wackiness now, but the first couple of seasons, you're just like,
Diversity Today was not dry humor.
Yes,
bro,
it
that one is
was.
all
It's
diversity. The
as-
first episode,
I didn't see
that
it.
one is the driest of the
It's-
humor.
I
I think.
laughed.
Dry-
That was in your face humor. You didn't have to think about it.
No, it's dry.
You
It's
don't
like-
have to think about dry
Oh,
humor.
we're talking about The Office.
Yeah.
I also thought
dry
it was
humor
trash
is very
when I first watched it.
conversational. It's not, huh?
I did. I also thought The Office was trash when I first watched it, but it was like a weird kind of dry humor though. It is still
It's dry.
humor.
Once you lock in with it, I feel
Yeah.
like you get it, and that's kind of how I feel about British humor. Like once you lock in, you're like,
Bro,
okay, I get why this is
you
funny.
have to
British
know
humor
exactly
is
what
my
they're talking
favorite. It's just my favorite comedy. It's
So,
just
you love IT.
IT crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember you talking about it, and I was looking for a show to watch. I tried to put on an episode of IT.
Did you start from the beginning or
Yeah,
just?
the first episode. It's
Wait,
not my type of humor.
yeah, you gotta-
that's like you gotta think humor.
You have to.
It's not.
No,
you-
it's not.
I think that you think that because they have British accents.
No,
That's not
it's
the case.
not.
If you watch like 3 of those, you'll be like, I get why this is fun. Like it's
It's as much of a
because it's-
sitcom as like How I Met Your Mother. It's
no,
it's
it
a
didn't feel like that because there's no laugh track.
look, man.
Why you hurt Mickey like this?
You gotta stick with it to let the characters get. You can't just like the first episode. I mean, even the first episode capture your attention, but like especially with British shows, you gotta like simmer with it a little bit.
Pat, you know when you go and watch a Bollywood movie and you expect it to be 3 hours long and you expect it to have these like kind of Bollywood tropes, imagine the first time you watched a Bollywood movie without ever having seen one. You'd be like, this is a little long and it's a little weird and I don't get it, right? With British humor, it's different cultural humor stuff. So like you watch a couple of them and you start getting like the thing that they're doing. It's because it's a completely different culture for you. So like you're like, I don't know why this shit is supposed to be funny, but the more you watch, like you get like 3 episodes in, you should be able to be like, okay, I get why this is funny.
Here's a good starter.
It's
Here's a good show for you if you want to get into British humor, because there's a American helping hand. It's called The Increasingly Poor Decisions of Todd Margaret, and David Cross is the main character, and he like it's about. It's also like a very absurdist humor, but he's like he's part of this fake company that like sells energy drinks, and he's got like all of these pallets that he needs to offload, and it just becomes sillier and sillier and sillier. And like it's British humor. Like all the characters besides David Cross, I believe, are British. So like it is a British show, but you have David Cross in there to like put the American flavor into it, and it's hysterical. It's one of the funniest shows I've ever seen.
All right. Well, we know what we're watching next time, and I guess we have a whole bunch of options for things moving forward. Frequently asked questions about time travel is a good, funny British one. Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Stick around. We're going to do a raid. Make sure you watch Persepolis as well. We did tell Serge, Troy, that we would talk with him. Serge.
What you want to know?
What's up, man?
Boy?
Here you go. You got your chance right here, right now. This is to everybody in the comments, all the chats. If you're listening to this on one of the podcast platforms, we do indeed engage with our fans here. So, fans, we're engaging. Is there anything you want to say that we've been talking about movies, British humor?
Let me know.
Let me know.
I can't. I'll stop it.
You guys have 2 minutes and 55 seconds.
You
guys have 2 minutes and 53 seconds. 51 seconds.
Swat that
2 minutes and 40 seconds.
That ad's done for. Snooze, bitch. Go to yo.
Supercell? What is that?
Jersey. I am not, but I'm about to start like today.
I heard Supercell was good.
I've been talking to Bria about it. Like, yo, we should watch this together. We've been on a JJK kick, so we haven't. We're in like season 2, but Supercell looks so fucking good, dude. I can't wait. It's black superheroes, basically.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
I heard it was really good.
I've been meaning to see the live action Parasite the Maxim.
It's a little creepy. The one with the hand, Parasite hand, like the
I guess
anime.
like thing. No. Parasite the Maxim is an anime.
Yeah.
That they made a live action version of. I don't think it's a 1-to-1 telling. I think it's like a new story, but it's live action and the effects look really, really good. It's like this alien, and it like there's like spikes coming out of people's heads and stuff.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That
was actually pretty solid. I haven't finished all that.
I need to watch that because Parasite the Maxim was an excellent. I don't know if you can call it an anime because I think it's not Japanese. I think it might be Korean. Somebody fact check me on that. I could be dead wrong about that.
Spencer, you there? Can you scroll up, please? This has questions above. I can't see.
He's not here.
He's not. I got the chat pulled up.
I just type it again. We're not gonna be able to scroll up.
You ain't ask no question, Serge.
You ain't ask no question?
Faulty Towers? Faulty Towers sounds familiar.
List count?
I've never seen that either.
I've never seen Schindler's List. That's about a cat, right?
I don't think so.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah. What's Schindler's List about?
Is Schindler's List about a cat?
What the fuck is happening?
Is there a cat in Schindler's List?
No, or maybe it's definitely not about a fucking cat.
It's about like what a cat would do.
I don't think so at all.
When it was,
you're thinking of Schrodinger?
No, wait. Keep explaining. What do you think Schindler's List is about? Keep going.
This is something about like what a cat would do if you give them two cats and you give them one attention, one not attention, and you give one food and not the other one food.
I think you're thinking of Schrodinger's cat, but I also think you're thinking of Pavlov's dog at the same time, possibly.
Oh.
And so
I thought it was about the Nazis or something.
It is definitely about Nazis.
Okay.
100% about Nazis.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Schrodinger or Schindler's List?
Schindler's List is
about Nazis.
Nazis.
Schrodinger's about cats.
Yes. Schrodinger is
there's a cat in a box.
Yeah, it's in a box.
And
why would you do that?
It could either be dead or alive, but you don't know
until you open the box.
The things can only be once they're observed. So until the cat is observed, it is both alive and dead.
So why don't I just open the box?
Yeah. Because once you open the box, you'll get the answer.
Because then you get the answer. Then you know.
I don't want the answer?
Well, that's the whole experiment. Things that are not observed are in a state of both all
both
possibilities.
of the things until you know
Until
the
you
answer.
observe.
They made a whole movie about that.
No.
Oh my! No
There's
one's made a movie about it.
There's
Not
no
that I
movie.
know of.
There's not a movie about shit.
Okay, I was about to say. I was also thinking. I was like, this is a movie.
No, but that also it applies to it applies to like quantum physics. Like there's a thing, and it's in either this state or that state, and you literally don't know until you observe it. I'll also
That would have been a great prank if we made Pat watch Cats, but it was Schindler's List credits.
That would be fucking
That would
hilarious.
have been a good one, Johnny.
Last thing before we get off of here, have we answered every? I have one question for you guys. This is why I was gone for so long. You ever go pee and it just kind of hits you at a right angle instead of going forward? It just straight off.
Yeah.
Straight up
turn.
Bro, I damn near pissed around a corner a second ago.
Double stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Dude,
Is that a bad thing if you have a double
You
stream?
know what? This is
No.
hilarious that we're even having this conversation. Do you guys know what the double stream comes from?
No.
No.
What?
So it's either you just woke up and you had like a bit of a wet dream, so you got a little bit of something like stuck in the
Yeah.
tip,
Oh, well, yeah.
or you were just masturbating, and before you didn't like clear out your little
your pee part.
hole, right?
You got a
So
little-
that
you got a
cum
little
gets stuck
dried
to,
nugget.
Like your underwear or whatever's there, and then when you pee, it splits the.
Oh, okay.
It's just splitting. There's something in your hole.
Look, I didn't get the split. I got straight right angle. Like,
yeah, it's because you get something in the corner.
and I was like, no, what the fuck?
You ever
Yeah.
take your thumb and put it on the corner of a water?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't stop, so you're just like, well,
No,
this
it was
is-
like the
This
first
is how
like.
I pee now.
this is a mess that I have to.
Been practicing Kegels too, so I was ready.
Yeah. Now you just got to pee sitting down from now on.
Just piss.
Yeah,
Which is-
dude.
Look,
He
the
was big
best
on that.
way.
I think
Hey,
he was
man.
right.
It's
What?
the best way to pee.
He's
Look,
sitting down.
Guys, I'm sorry we're ending the podcast this way, but like shitting and pissing at the same time is just like it's so.
That's almost weird.
It's such a relief.
Yeah, why do you shit and then pee at the same time?
Just a dream, bro. It's
just
all there.
shit. Yeah, you
Why
just-
not? What
bro,
are we gonna
Because
hold
have you ever
it?
shitted without peeing?
Releasing
Yeah.
both ends at the same time is
Maybe.
so it's a
Okay.
it's a relief.
I like to stand and pee and then sit down to poo.
We can't end them on this ad. Hey guys, we're gonna get out of here. This has been the podcast. Please follow us on all the podcast things. You can listen to this live if you're listening to
Let
it.
us know in the-
we be on Twitch with this every Friday.
Let us know in the comments if you shit and piss at the same time.
Yep, that's it. All right, bye. We'll see you later.
Bye. And if you're sweating, then you're really just getting rid of all the toxins in your body at one time. So it's kinda seems-
Get ready.
raid.
Cause it's about time for you to speak your mind. Super Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club.